la la la. La 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 la. Yeah. La 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 la. Yeah. Ba ba da dee dee dee. pa 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 pa. Pa pa pa. Okay. Okie dokie. Ba pa 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 pee. Pa 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 pee pee. Pa pa pee 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 poo. Poo 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 pee. Pee pee poo 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 poo. Poo poo pee. Pee pee poo. Pee 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 poo poo poo. Good morning, everyone. Hello and welcome to the stream today. It is so wonderful to have you here with me today on this Thursday when I have just released a brand spanking new video on the World of Warcraft channel, Zepla's WoW Realm. That I think we can put a link to that in the chat in case you haven't seen it. You can go over there and give it a look-see whenever it's convenient for you. It's like a kind of it's about the anniversary event. It's a little bit of some handy tips about the event in there, and it's also a lot of my personal thoughts on the anniversary event. Chat is on the top left. Yes, I think that's okay. I think it's fine for now. Yeah, you seen it. Thanks, Steamy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, it has a bunch of puns in it and got some goofiness in it. Yeah. There are many handy tips. I need to record something else before the end of the week, though. We have been a little bit, what's the word? Slammed with the Dawn Trail video, which is actively under production, and it is in the editing phase of production. So, like, we hope to have it out before the patch. Final Fantasy XIV patch, which is coming next week, I think on Tuesday. We're really gonna try hard to get it done by then, but we're just adding MSQ footage to the top of it, and it's huge. This is I think it is the biggest video I have ever put together, and the most thoughtful video. It's an hour 15 minutes currently, and it might end up slightly longer, but probably not by much. Probably not by more than 1 to 5 minutes, depending on what we need to add. But yeah, it's gigantic. So we've been working on that while trying to, at the same time, work on releasing the WoW content to the WoW channel. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you get a chance to see it, it's a long rant. Yeah, we are cooking. We're cooking hard. Yeah, Misumi96. Hi, you said I haven't played WoW since shortly after BFA launched. I don't miss the constant disappointment of reading patch notes and having to re-roll. I don't do that. I think it's not a good idea to do the flavor of the patch class, because you're just going to lead yourself to sadness, and it's just not necessary if you're not trying to like progress through mythic rating at a very, very, very high level. I think anything is still going to be all right. Tomorrow we are going to be going into the heroic raid for the first time. It'll be my first time trying the heroic raiding. My guild has done a lot more heroic raiding than me, so I think I'll be the new bun on the block, and we're trying that at 2 p.m. CST with the EU guild tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to trying to get some practice in there, get some experience in heroic raiding for the first time. Kind of, yeah, we'll see how it goes. You said my cats won't let me play WoW. Would you say it's okay to move out and leave the house? Why won't your cats let you play WoW? Have you tried putting a cardboard box next to your computer, like next to your keyboard, so that way they'll be comfy in the little box? Oh, Night Coffee, it's a 3-day weekend for you. Heck yes, that's awesome. Nice. More priests today. Yeah, we do need to level priests to max level, and because this is what I promised stream chat I would do in our stream anniversary event. We promised I would level the Dracthyr priest, and I've been really enjoying it so far. Zep, have you heard of the game Love and Deep Space? Of course I've heard of it, Lord Conga. I think I would really enjoy it too. We watched the I don't know if it ever got clipped to Zep Live. I think it might have. I watched the Love and Deep Space trailer fairly recently, and I was losing my mind watching that. So yeah, I haven't played it yet, but it could be fun. Are you gonna do another video on how to make Gil in FXV? I currently have no plans to do that because I do not know how to make Gil in the current FFXV economy. I basically made a mountain of Gil around the time I think I made that video, and I have not had any reason to spend it. I just do not spend my Gil in FF14. The only times I'm spending Gil in 14 is when I'm raiding and I need to buy potions and food. And sometimes gear. But outside of that, I really don't spend Gil. It's kind of crazy. So, no. I feel like if you aren't in maybe the top 100, then you're just chasing something that will make you unhappy. Yeah, I agree. If you're not, like, trying to go for bleeding edge, toppest tier of content, you really don't need to worry too much about what's the flavor of the patch class, because it's much better to just dedicate yourself to a class or a spec that you really truly enjoy. Because honestly, I would rather invite someone to the group who knows their spec inside and out and is good at it and who likes it, than someone who has just swapped to that spec because they heard it's strong for this patch. Like the first player I described will outperform the second player almost anytime. You want to try to bring the player, not the class. Genshin live stream is tomorrow morning too. Oh, really? Oh, dang. What do we have planned for tomorrow? Well, maybe we could cover it in the morning. Yeah. I'm curious about that. We'll see. Because the raid is at 2 for a while. Maybe in the morning we could cover Genshin live stream. I have finally updated Honkai Star Rail because we got to start preparing for Sunday. I got to go through all that story that I missed and, you know, prepare myself, get ready for the Sunday patch, which is the only thing that really matters to me. Yes. When they break the classes, you don't need to change because Blizz will fix it for you. What? No. Will they? Will they? Really? New game I was watching, Happy Play, Brighter Shores, made by the same guy who made RuneScape. Looks really good. Oh, really? Brighter Shores. I haven't heard of it. But I had seen people playing it before I went online this morning. It's like RuneScape. I mean, doesn't that mean it's really hardcore and difficult? Mentioned Sunday. I assumed Tack would arrive. Well, that's a way to check if Tack is here or not. Just mention Sunday. Tack has the same brain rot about Sunday that I do. Zepla is a little Charmony dove in Sunday's hands. That's so true. There we go. There we go. Is there like a trailer or something for Brighter Shores that I could watch to educate myself about this game? If you know of something like that, please put it in our React content suggestions channel in the Discord, and I'll take a look at it, because I actually don't know anything about it. But I never played RuneScape either, so I think I might be kind of lost in a game like that. All I know about RuneScape is Josh Drive Hayes loves it and is obsessed with it. That's kind of it. Yeah. Yeah. Of course I'm here for Sunday Dog. That's all. That's all. So I was looking on the subreddit a little bit this morning. We can look at that in a second. There's some, as you know, and I mentioned a second ago, the Final Fantasy 14 patch is coming on Tuesday, and they did update the special site right here. Can I get all screen for you? They did update the special site, but I'm not sure what is updated here and what isn't. Like, I didn't look at the site that hard. I think this is new. Okay, maybe this is new. I don't remember seeing this. This is the new PvP gear. Hard pass. No thank you. I do not want that. That was just fantastic because I don't really want to farm out PvP anyway. I am, something about me is I do not like the urban streetwear stuff, like, at all. I really, really don't like it. I play games for a fantasy vibe, but not for the modern urban Sims 4 vibe. So this is a hard pass for me, and I don't care about it. As for the new mount is absolutely amazing. Amazing, incredible. As you can see, there's some glitchy effects. You could see it better on the live letter that we watched last Friday, but the glitchy effects are super cool. And I like how they made a glam to match the outfit. It's incredible. Very nice. New minions. Oh, is it Otis? Oh, it's a baby Otis. Yeah. Oh, man. Man. That was actually something in Dawn Trail that broke my heart. That was actually we had a good character. A really good character. I'm not gonna say anything else. New emotes. It's like, put your hands in the air. This is for police roleplay. Stop. Put your hands where I can see them. It's like, I'm ready to get frisked by the TSA. Oh, it's a dance. Oh, right. It's a Hanu Hanu greet. Oh, never mind. I remember now. Right. That's true. I'm like with Lamont. I also forgot what their greeting is. But at least I'm not, you know, I'm not running for their president. Okay, so Hall of the Novice update we know about, when that's something we've already talked about. Wetchy Meki quest is the crafter stuff, which I don't do. I don't care about crafting. Roll quest. I started this roll quest and I didn't finish it. It's an extra roll quest at the end. Did y'all finish these roll quests? Without spoilers, can you say if it's good? Like, are any of the roll quests super good and that I should make sure to do? I started one, but I didn't get into it. I think it was the tank one that I started. It's all right, not the best. I didn't really like what I had seen at the beginning, but Jade Stoa, Unreal. This looks like it could be really fun. This is Byakko fight. Cloud of Darkness, Chaotic, the 24 bun Chaotic rate. This is kind of... I wish they would stop putting this stuff, making you think this is all going to happen with 7.1 next week. It's not. This is coming on Christmas Eve. This is a while from now. And I'm sure we're going to be doing that together. The main thing we're going to be doing next week is most likely the Extreme Trials, Bean's Burden. And I can't do the MSQ stuff, like new dungeon, until Friday when I do the main story quest. So we'll do the Alliance raid. We're going to be farming out the Alliance raid most likely, and getting the glams and stuff, getting minions and things for people to enjoy. But yeah, that's happening next on Tuesday. Let me give you the link if you're curious about that. Zep, would you love one of the Gatherer's quests? Oh, you would love one of the Gatherer's quests, that's all I'll say. Oh, really? Okay. Well, which one? Which one? I like gathering in 14, actually. I think it's more fun than crafting. Why am I replying to Emu's comment? I didn't mean to do that. My bad. It has bunny boys in it. Hell yes. Good. Yes. Don't mention the one that must not be named. Oh, I will be. In the, a video. Yeah, well, you'll see. Comes out. Yeah. Okay, so that is one thing I want to talk about. There was another FF14 thing. Oh yeah, the other FF14 bit of news that we have is this right here. So this is crazy. Okay, this is actually an insane thing that has come out, and we can talk about it. Final Fantasy XIV composer Soken admits he doesn't like musicals, but assures fans he wasn't forced to make Dawntrail's controversial smile theme against my will. Blink, blink twice if you need help. Oh, it's another banger from my friend Harvey Randall, my current favorite journalist. Harvey's back with another banger article. Oh my god. So this is what happened. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Smile has been, it's gotten some mixed opinions. I think that there is a pretty good compilation of the reacts that streamers had to this. I think it's like really short, so it might be worth. It's called. I don't know if I can find it. Shit. Finding things on the internet is hard. It's gonna get stuck in your head. Well, we need to inform people that don't know. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I just wanted to like let people know why it's controversial and stuff. Okay, because it's relevant. Oh, mute the tavern music for a second. Okay. I'm not gonna play this whole thing, but just so you know, what's the deal with Smile?
Gonna be a montage. Montage.
You said I think Smile is a streamer problem, not a problem with the game. Streamers want to have their own react culture.
Yes. Let's get to it.
Okay, well, you can watch this and decide.
Yes. Let's get to it.
We didn't get to hear from the pirates. This is bullshit.
All right. Oh.
Do you think what's playing matches what's happening on the screen? There's a hard echo. I fixed it, thank you.
I must stress how ridiculous it is that this is the song that plays while we build a bomb.
Yeah, do you think this matches what's going on?
Okay.
Do I have the same shirt? No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. He muted it. This song doesn't fit the moment. That is the general consensus.
Oh, sorry, I was alt-tab for a sec.
God. Okay. I said I wouldn't watch this whole thing. I'm gonna skip to... Oh my god, Todd is dissociating. Todd. Okay, I cannot listen to the whole thing. But am I really wearing the same shirt?
Then hot.
People are just doing normal stuff. No, I'm not. I almost put that shirt on today, but I put on a slightly different shirt. Like, nobody's doing anything great. Oh my god. I was doing really well, playing. So, okay. That is the song that, okay. As for the argument that, it's streamer culture, and that streamer culture is why, streamers reacted like that all the same way. I can tell you that when I react to things, especially like live during doing a story, I'm not checking like I'm not asking myself first, how should I react? Like, how would other people react? What's the appropriate? I'm not doing that. I'm just that's a natural human reaction to what's happening. That what am I doing in the game? Okay. And it just so happened a lot of people tended to have a very similar reaction to that. And if you read the forums, even Japanese forums, I heard Japanese players make very similar comments about their opinion about the placement of the song, like whether you like the song or don't like the song by itself. It's been what's been controversial is the places that they chose to use it in, where it just didn't feel quite matching the vibe of the moment. And that's typically how I felt about it too. But anyway, Soken has finally come out and said that he wasn't forced to make this theme against his will, which is okay. Dawn Trail is a pretty solid soundtrack, all told. Okay. I think the choice to make its capital city, Tuliyola, filled with swing and jazz is inspired, even like the corny rehash of the main theme during the story's final trial. Alas, one song is an exception, Smile. I will say that Smile's, the remix of Smile that you hear in Solution 9, I loved. I think it's very nice. As for the jazz in Tuliyola, I liked it at first, but over time, I kind of wish that they had used different, like if they had done music that was more fitting to the area. I don't know, like it feels a little out of place too. For some context as to why Small was a big deal, you gotta understand the kind of goodwill Soken has built up so far. Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much every expansion soundtrack has been amazing. I still get chills listening to Tomorrow and Tomorrow, or tears stinging in my eyes at Flow. Me too. I've noticed, like, recently even, if I listen to Tomorrow and Tomorrow or I listen to Flow playing, it just gives me, it fills me with so many emotions, and it reminds me of all the reasons that I love FF14 so much, and like why it's such a fantastic game. Like it takes me back and it transports me into a totally different mood with all the memories that I had from expansions that I really, really, truly loved, and I felt were masterpieces. Like I think Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Flow, both of these songs are complete masterpieces. So yes, Soken has built up a lot of goodwill because nobody can say he is not a genius composer. Smile isn't necessarily too bad in isolation, but it unfortunately has a lot of expectation riding on it. That's not the problem. That's not the problem. It's not the expectation. It's a admirably brave, big Disney tier boisterous swing that flings its fist way past the mark. Okay. Okay, but what did Soken say? What did Soken say? Okay, here's what Soken said. This track was ordered by none other than Ishikawa on the scenario team. Specifically, she requested an ending theme in the style of a musical, and, well, I hate to say it, but musicals aren't really my thing. Whenever the characters drop what they're doing to burst into song, it just throws me off. Like, why are we singing now? Listen, but let me put it this way. Soken is a genius composer because his emotions are always embedded into the tracks that he writes. That's why these songs that he's written are so damn good, because you can feel like you can feel it. It's moving in a way. And I've heard him say this before about composing music, how he tries to come up with something that he think will tug at your heartstrings or make you feel a certain way and get a certain sentimentality out of you. And he's extremely good at this. And I think it's because he puts his love and his heart and soul into it, making the music that he does. And it just, from what he said here, it kind of sounds like his heart wasn't in it. And what he said here is exactly how it feels when the song plays. It feels like if everybody's dropped what they're doing, their song, they burst into song and it throws me off. Like, and I'm wondering, why are we singing now? That's exactly how I felt going through that part when Smile has played. And apparently that's how Soken feels about musicals. So, yeah, I feel like he might have been pressured into doing a type of music that he wasn't really feeling all the way, feeling 100%. And that might have, affected the song itself. Yeah, it does feel like this to me. She asked for this style. True. That is true. Considering that's exactly what happens twice in Dontrell's main scenario quest. Although I actually didn't mind it during Wiklamat's inauguration ceremony. I did. It's a little funny to hear him saying this now. It's also interesting that it was ordered by Ishikawa. While she took on a more supervisory role for... This was the thing that's crazy to me too. When I heard this, I'm like, wait. Ishikawa. So you're telling me that she was there. She was there. What else was she doing there? Did she just roll up to say, hey, y'all should make this a musical and then peace out? Because that's what it feels like. Where has she been the rest of the time? What else did she give input on? After playing Dontrell, I genuinely felt like Ishikawa was nowhere to be seen. Like, no way would I have believed that she had any input at all on the Dontrell experience whatsoever if I hadn't heard Soken himself say that she ordered the musical type song. Because I have been scratching my head this whole time wondering where the hell she has been. She took on a more supervisory role for Dontrell. She's also credited with some of the game's most loved storylines. What does supervisory role mean? That's what I want to know. That's the million-dollar question right now. That being said, he continues, I do like the Blues Brothers. That explains the Tuliol theme, then. So I was confident I could still make it work. Okay. I know it sounds like I was forced to make this song against my will. But I assure you I wasn't. Okay. Blink twice if you need help, Soken. Oh my god. He's starting to slip up. Yeah, if like the mask starts to fall. I totally wasn't forced to make this song against my will. It's just what they asked for. And so even though I don't really like that type of music and I don't really vibe with it, I mean, that's what they asked for, so that's what I needed to do, but I wasn't forced to do it. Okay. In all seriousness, well, I wouldn't be against Soken taking an honest stab at a musical style theme. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Well, actually, maybe I would now. It might have cut down on Wiklamat fatigue if she'd got all her speeches wrapped up in a solid I want. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Are you suggesting they cut out, like, God, how many hours of peace and happiness discussions into just one song called Peace and Happiness? I'm genuinely glad to hear he's experimenting. One of the best parts about 14's soundtrack is that it's all over the top. It's all over the shop in terms of genre. That's true. That is something FF14 is really amazing at. You got like metal tracks. You've got songs like from Sephiroth. We've got like gentle piano music. You've got it all. in 14. You've got pop music too, with the honeybee theme. Like, they've got range in this game. So I think we need to give Soken a little grace, a little understanding. Okay, the guy has, he's a very gifted composer, and he almost always knocks it out of the park, but everybody is human, okay? Who knows? Maybe Alan Wake softened him up on musical numbers. I haven't played that, so I don't know what you're talking about. He tried and will continue to try. Yeah. He did, but yeah, the things that he said about it don't really make me feel like this is something he is super proud of. And that he was really 100% hyped about and really into creating, you know what I mean? That's kind of that's the vibe I got from what he had to say about it. But I thought that you'd find that interesting. So I'm going to give you the link to this. Wasn't forced to make it against my will. Yeah, I didn't mind. Here is that link to that. Even I'm glad that he's willing to experiment. You know, is anybody on the FF14 team more willing to experiment than Soken and take crazy new risks and try things that are really, really different than anything we've seen before? Honestly, that is a trait that should be celebrated in the 14 team right now. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to tell you about that because I thought it was pretty interesting. And what else we got here? Okay, moving on to World of Warcraft news and WoW information and stuff. I do have a new video up for World of Warcraft on my YouTube channel, Zepla's WoW Realm. It's about the 20th anniversary event. And I wanted to tell you about the Doritos and Mountain Dew promotion that is going on. I went to Walmart yesterday trying to get some of the rewards from the promotion. But I don't even know what all the rewards are. I know there's the motorcycle. Yes, it's the Doritos and Mountain Dew and Rockstar promo. It's like a Giga game fuel promo from all these gamer food and drink companies. So this is for World of Warcraft, the Hate-Forged Blaze Cycle. Annoyingly, the 12-pack of Mountain Dews gives you 500 points, and the Blaze Cycle costs 600 points. So you can't just buy a 12-pack of Mountain Dew. You need to buy a 12-pack of Mountain Dew and a bag of Doritos to get the motorcycle. I think there's also glamour rewards, transmog rewards for the Mountain Dew event. That's what somebody told me yesterday. Let me try to pull it up because I'm curious. Cosmetic rewards for WoW and Diablo 4. Apparently Elder Scrolls Online is also getting in on the action of this promotion. I did do a Walmart raid yesterday and they didn't have shit. They didn't have shit. Diablo 4 offers 5 different rewards, 1 unknown, and 4 weapon transmogs. Besides that, you can also redeem Battle Pass tier skips with your points. Well, I'm not really playing it at this point very much. WoW offers 6 different redeemable rewards. 2 new pets, 2 tabards, a mount, and a returning pet. So we've got the Hate-Forged Blaze Cycle, the motorcycle mount here, which honestly looks kind of dumb. Sorry. I think it looks goofy as hell. Like, what's inside the wheel? It looks like Mountain Dew fuel. You know what it looks like? You know how they made Mountain Dew jelly that I've got here? Yes, it's really Mountain Dew jelly that I have eaten on stream. It looks like instead of making jelly, they made fuel out of it. And that's what's in the... I think it's kind of goofy. I'm not gonna lie. But I still will try to get it anyways. Oh crap, did I accidentally... Yes, I did. Dang. Okay, found it again. I still gotta get it because it's another mount. It's +1 mount, so I need every color. I'm like, this mount looks stupid. I need every color. What is? It's a little scuff, but it looks a little more muted in game too. Oh, really? There's also little Ragnaros pet Thrillbot 9000. Is that a pet? It sounds more like a toy. I'm sorry. There's also Chillbot 9000. There's Tabarts as well. Oh my. Apparently there's Microsoft Flight Simulator things to yeah, so this is for, however, there's some bad news. There is some bad news about this promotion that I have discovered today after scrolling the subreddit. They have done something that appears to be monumentally stupid, and that is what you can find out about here. Someone says, I bought 6 Doritos bags, all codes already redeemed. The bad guys win again. The codes already redeemed on the 6 new bags of Doritos that you just bought? What do you mean? Surely you don't mean that someone could redeem the codes in Walmart without purchasing the Doritos bags, right? There's no way. They put the codes on the outside of these bags. 100%. Just sitting on the bag. Easy to read, easy to photograph. Honestly, easy to redeem it right there. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Walk into Walmart with your phone and claim them before leaving. Don't do this. I'm not encouraging you to do this. That's stealing. But I'm telling you that many people have clearly done it. So if you're trying to get the Doritos bag, just be aware somebody else might have gotten to it before you. So definitely don't recommend buying these. Someone suggests buy the bottles because the code is on the underside of the cap. But how many points do you get for one bottle? Well, each 20-ounce bottle cap gives you 100 points, and the mount is 600 points. But how many points is that Thrillbot 9000? Okay, regular, specially marked WoW are 200 points. Regular Mountain Dew 20-ounce with Diablo are 100 points. What? Okay. Okay. I cannot believe this shit. I cannot believe this shit. How stupid is that? So I wanted to let you know. Meanwhile, oh my god, yes, this trolley gummy codes was such a huge pain in the butthole. I went to buy the... Recently, we had the trolley gummy pet rewards where you needed to buy the gummy worm bag, the specially marked bag, to get the gummy worm pet. And I went to Walmart and I bought 2 of these bags so I could get the pet. And I got home to redeem the code. And guess what? You needed a fucking receipt. They want you to upload the receipt to their website for them to manually check that you really bought that. And I had already thrown away the receipt because never in a million years would I expect that that's what they would ask me to do. I was waiting to look inside the bag, maybe for some shit in there that I could redeem, but there wasn't anything inside the bag because I needed the receipt, which I already threw away. I don't even like gummy worms. I hate gummy worms. I don't want to eat any of those disgusting things. So I had to go back to the store and buy another 2 bags of the trolley gummy worms. Maybe they were like, we should try to make it a little easier for people to redeem these codes. Like, put it right on the outside of the bag. Good idea. Genius. You made it a little too easy. Now, Damn, can you think of something in between? I need a receipt, and I don't even need to buy the damn thing. Yeah, so 100% they did. I was in the checkout line last night grabbing beer. Saw a Doritos bag and almost claimed the code myself, but found that in bad taste. I mean, that's what you should say on the subreddit, because I think that the devs sometimes do read the subreddit. Don't admit to committing crimes on the internet, okay? That's Bunarchy 101. That's... I'm not recommending you commit crimes. Do not do that. What a plan. So yeah. Okay. When they take the no purchase necessary to literally. Is the promotion only available in the USA? Yes. But you guys can use the codes. So if I'm able to get the codes, I wonder if I can give away codes on my stream. I wonder if that is allowed. We'll see. We'll see. But, yep. Okay. Moving on from that. So stupid. It's so stupid. Is there anything on Zitter to WoW or Mountain Dew to show them? No. Don't go on Zitter. It's bad. Twitter bad. X bad. Save yourself. The only reason I go on there is to look at fan art. Spicy fan art. And Lord knows we need that right now. Okay? So, avoid it in almost every situation that you can. The Twitter more like, shitter, ayo. Zepla, you're friends with Yoshi right? Can you tell him to give us better holiday events in 14? Okay, I will. Yeah, I will. I don't think they're gonna listen, though. I don't think they're gonna listen. I saw this post that I thought was pretty entertaining. No wonder paladins are so fucking popular. In my 10 years of WoW, I never cared about paladins. I never liked the idea of a force of good warrior of light that banished darkness. Well, that's because you're in WoW, right? And you play FF14 and you're gonna like that. Instead, I rooted for the warlocks and death knights. But holy shit, I just tried a paladin. And now no wonder why people play them so much. Right now I main a warrior and a DK. Slow, melee, tanky classes. So I was expecting the paladin to work similar. But holy shit. The motherfucker started to AoE hammers while riding a goat and spamming light blats. Light blats? While having fire wings over him. Light blats? Then do some more AoE to the ground and summon an even bigger hammer and heal himself. All with a neon yellow light across the screen. Some classes get a tiny faint aura when attacking, but this guy's get an entire VFX team to their rotation. Now I get why so many people play them. Well, yeah, it's supposed to be flashy because of the light. That's what it's supposed to be, the lights. You're like a fucking disco ball in combat. This is kind of a high watermark. Vanilla, we were just so... This is the best time in all of WoW's history to be a paladin. The paladins have never eaten so good. Like, the paladins are constantly getting, like, in every patch, a new incredible transmog sets. They are, like, at the top of their game for every spec, as far as I know. They're extremely fun to play. They're like, you've got some mobility, you've got hero talents that are fun, you've got crazy damage. We have so many freaking paladins in our guild. It's amazing. It's super, super, it's addicting. You have plate armor, you got it all, really. It's, yeah, people are having fun. People are having a really good time with it. Excuse me, gosh. I agree. I even went out of my way to make it even more sparkly for myself. Behold. Okay. Oh my god. What? Voice lines? That is badass. You know what? I love it. Kneel before the light. Oh, I like that a lot. I think that's great. Man, I just love this kind of stuff. I actually love over-the-top UIs like this. You're clearly having fun, you know? It's shiny. Yeah, it's an add-on compilation, clearly. Way to go, man. Probably a custom one they made. How does one go about ascending to such a level of holiness? Cool. Yeah, the guy makes these kinds of things if you want. If you want. Rakshasa? Yeah, it's a guy who does this. Okay. Way to go. Yes, they're fun, but warrior's slow? Yeah, I don't feel slow as a warrior. That's true. You think that's good? You should try enhancement shaman. That's how I feel about enhancement shaman. That's a... Enhancement shaman is the one that has my heart, I think. Shaman in general. But I don't... Well, you know. We've been over my shaman struggles. You know that very well. Yep. That's what you want. Ideally, you want to play your class that you love, even when they're bad. Even if Paladin ends up in a shitter later, even if there's a patch or whatever that messes with your damage output. Ideally, don't even worry about that shit, because I've been around a while and I can tell you that patch balance comes and goes. Like, it changes all the damn time. You can't live your life looking at that. You need to find a class that you really adore and you commit to because you like the class fantasy. I think class fantasy is going to carry you so much farther than the meta. I really do believe this. Class forever. Yep. I saw this post. This was actually a very popular post. Almost 2K upvotes. About, you guys think Netherwind is not good? You guys play it, bros, stay winning. You guys always act like you're better. So Netherwind, do you think it's worse than the DK, Paladin, Warrior sets? I like my Netherwind set, but I don't like the hat. I'll be honest, I do not like the hat. The hat, I tried it for a few days, and the hat feels like a big piece of plastic that's super glued onto my forehead. The hat is like, it's too thick or something. I don't know, it was always a goofy hat, but now it seems really thick. And I'm not crazy about it. Oh, Romaniac, thank you so much for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you. Yep. That set is one of the very worst I've seen in the game. What do you not like about it? I love the colors. I love the mana stuff on your shoulders. I always liked it. I always liked it. I agree, but the lock one is very good too. Yeah, Warlock one is gorgeous. It's probably one of the most beautiful Warlock sets. Lock, Druid, Monk. None of them I think look terrible. Except maybe... Only one I don't really like, I think, is Demon Hunter one. I don't love the Demon Hunter, but it's just not my aesthetic. It looks pretty good on Blood Elves. It looks so bad on Night Elves. That's my personal opinion. Yep. Okay. We used to call Warrior Helmet the can opener. That's right. That's true. Other news is that there's new mounts added in time walking vendors. Let me pull this up. Hopefully there is a Wowhead article about this available. Yep. So this is brand new information that it looks like they are. Man, I really don't think that I could have chosen a worse time to make a video about time walking and time walking rewards, how time walking works, all that shit. Like, I really fucked up because I had no way of knowing that they would change literally everything and add so much new stuff. Literally, like, maybe 2 or 3 weeks after I had made time walking video. Like, it's so bad that I usually would never consider doing this, but I might have to remake the damn video and add a lot of extra things because it is just, it has been totally eviscerated by this update. It's horrible timing. Like, I could not have had worse timing. I guess it's a different mindset than with Final Fantasy 14. Okay. Usually in Final Fantasy 14, we don't, this wouldn't happen so quickly. I need to get used to things moving more quickly in the WoW realm and things randomly being added like this. It's not like you can just make a guide that's going to be good to go for like years and years, you know? Like, it doesn't, I don't think it really works like that most of the time. So I could update the title so it would be like, oh, this is outdated. And I'll make a new one that's, oh gosh, I don't know. Anywho, 1107, Skyreaver, Urzel, Corrupted Dragon stuff coming on the time walking vendor for the different ones. So Cataclysm time walking, Broodling of Sinestra, but this is one that you can already get, right? Or is this brand new? It looks just like a one that I already have. How is it different? Is it like more light on the tips of the wings? You know the one I'm talking about that everybody has. How is this one different from that? Am I going crazy? I have them out like this. It's called like the Twilight. Or I'll pull it out and we can look. Yeah, let me check it. Twilight Drake. Oh, this one's blue. Okay, I see. Okay, so this is the one that's in the game. It's dark blue. And the new one is, wait. It's purple, right? Yes, it's purple. Okay, it's purple, not blue. Yep. Yeah, for sure. It's so similar. It's so similar. It's definitely... Look at the wings. The wings is where you can see the biggest difference. Okay. That is for Cataclysm time walking, which... Did Cataclysm time walking even have a mount before? I don't know. We have the Quillen mount for Miss Pandaria time walking. I'm kind of meh on this kind of mount. The Quillens are... it's okay. I wouldn't do anything crazy to get one, but I would get one if it was really easy to get. But they're fine. I don't have really strong feelings about those. Warlords of Draenor time walking. The Nightfall Skyreaver. Oh, that one looks cool. Oh, that looks nice. So we currently have, I think as a shop mount maybe, the brown version of this Skyreaver, which I can also show you to compare. Yeah, the Iron Skyreaver is the one that we currently have in the game. This is the one we have. And the black version, I think, looks much cooler and better. Yeah. Like, this is decent. But that is really, really badass. That looks awesome. Okay. That's from WAD Time Walking. for 5k. Oh, all these are going to be 5k time warp badges. They're all reskins from what I can see. Yeah. Urzel Flesh Ripper from Legion Time Walking. I think this mount is one of the coolest mounts in the entire game. So currently, the only way to get an Urzel, I think, is from the rare drop in Antorus. Shackled Urzel from Argus Mythic in Antorus. And it's so cool! God! I love this mount. I've tried to get it so many times, and it never dropped for me. But, I just think the concept is amazing. I wish they would do some more, like, horror, grotesque mounts like this one. I just love it. I love it. So the fact you're going to be able to get one much easier. A red version with Time Warp badges is pretty great. I'm a fan. I'm a massive fan. Yeah. This one's like... It's gross. It's gross. It's dripping this green drool. Oh. Very nice. Mouth reminds me of a Zergling. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And that's it. So those are all the reskin mounts that they're adding to the vendors. I mean, look, if you're a mount collector, it's 4 new mounts. That's +4. It's an easy +4. Well, Time Warp badges are insanely easy to get now. I mentioned it in the video that I posted today. But 500 badges for doing 1 time walking dungeon on a fresh level 10 character. And you can do that infinitely. Like, you can... I think this is an incredibly efficient way to farm out these badges very quickly. That's what I've been... I've been doing a bit of that. I currently have, like, 30k badges. 31,000 across my account right now. And I haven't been trying that hard. So... Yes. Yes. They're gonna have to keep adding more Time Warp badges rewards because this event alone is going to give people so many badges. Yeah, you can just transfer. It's a warband transferable currency. So that's pretty handy. In other news, did they not add anything to BC time walking? No, it's for later. In other news, I think that was it. There was a video I was gonna watch though. Yippers. Wait, what? So the alts just need to accept the quest. So the first time that you do a time walking dungeon, you get an item drop called Ancient Time Warped Scroll, and you can turn it in here at the anniversary area for 500 badges. And you can do this on any level 10. So you can make a fresh level 10, do 1 time walking dungeon, turn in your quest item, get 500 badges, and repeat. Like as many times as you want forever. It feels like a loophole, which I pointed out in my video I posted today. It feels like kind of crazy. But I mean, it's a way to get just ridiculous badges counts insanely fast. Like, 500 tokens by itself is enough to buy a toy immediately. Like, I have so many badges, I could buy toys right now. I'm gonna be fast approaching a point where I won't know what to do with all my badges. That's the wrong vendor. Yeah, this guy. Bulbadarma. Kraggles, Misty. But yeah, you click on the currency here in your currency window. And you click on transfer currency, and you can just infinitely transfer as the currency from any character to any other character on your account. It's wild. Yeah. Like, I just transferred 1k. So I could buy a pig. Straight up. Like, I have so many. I will definitely be able to quickly get every single one. Pig. Kraggles got Nice. Check out the vendor in Shatrath. They added new stuff. I will check it out in a second. But I think we're about to... I wanted to watch this video that was put in React Content Suggestions channel. From what I understand, we don't have details yet, but we are expecting some kind of news related to Classic or Hardcore this month. There's rumors about that. And so we'll see. So I wanted to watch this video about Classic stuff. I loved Hardcore. Here is the video I'm about to watch from Willie. What makes Classic classic? So if you're looking, if you want to suggest a video for me to watch on the stream, you can. Go to the Discord and just paste the video link into the React Content Suggestion channel, and I'll consider watching it. It's not a guarantee, but I might look into it. Okay, and let me get up really, really fast. I'll be right back. And then when I come back, we'll watch. Oh, so Alistair, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you kindly. I probably need to update our sub goal here. Okay. Because we had an awkward amount. I'll do an awkward number since you're at an awkward amount. Wow, game time giveaway. Okay. I'll be right back. Really quick. Once again, it seems we have bunarchists in the chat doing bunarchy. Slapping their asses, doing a riot, shaking. What makes you think that's okay? You can't rave in the chat just because I gotta. Oh, you're gonna get punished for it. You are gonna get punished for it right now. A Taran walks into a bar with a parrot on his shoulder. The bartender says, "Where did you get that?" And the parrot says, "Mulgore." Yep. Yep. Okay, I got more for you. That's not enough punishment. At all. Where do the Hellscreams park their cars? In the garage. God. Okay. I don't know. It shouldn't be good. No, it needs to be worse. It needs to be worse than that. Do I have to break out the... Okay. Arthas and Uther walk into a building. Arthas asks, "What's this switch for?" And Uther replies, "For the light." You know what? That's enough. That's fine. Okay. Punished. Butt smacking? I'm not going to encourage any kind of butt smacking here in the chat. Okay, we all need to be on our best behavior, even when you are bun supervised. And Zepla has gotten up for literally 1 freaking second. Alright, so let's take a look at this video. What makes Classic classic? Why is Classic good? Why is it still a good and a top MMO? I don't know. You tell me. I kind of know because, well, because I started in vanilla, I am legally required to remind you of that like every 20 minutes or so. So since I started back in vanilla, I definitely already know what my vanilla.
Vanilla World of Warcraft is a version of the game that people have been coming back to now for closing in on 2 decades. At this point, it's proven itself as a truly timeless game for so many of us around the entire world. It was the version of WoW that started off this crazy journey so many years ago, and on its re-release in 2019, it once again dominated the whole gaming market for a second time. And whether you compare vanilla to its other options within the MMO genre, or just to other WoW expansions, it just does certain things differently. Vanilla was and still is really a unique experience. But what exactly sets it apart? What are the main things that this version of World of Warcraft isn't shy to do, which typically games these days are? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. 10 of the ways which...
Well, I think it's mostly about how they weren't shy about putting friction in your path as the player. There was a feeling that friction along the way and making you do all kinds of silly things and apparently meaningless bullshit and tedious things would make you feel like you worked for it a little bit and like you earned it. It reminded me a bit more of a D&D adventuring experience than a modern MMO gaming experience. And do you feel like, and this is a question for chat, do you feel like Classic success has influenced the development of retail at all? I'll let you think about that while we watch.
Vanilla plays that make it, well, the vanilla World of Warcraft experience that we know and love. I did try to put these in order as well, but each one, although not as gameplay impacting as the next, does seem important to the overall pacing and just the feel of the game. So with that said, these for me are the top 10 things that make vanilla vanilla. When you first arrive upon the grand...
God, look at this outfit. God. That's one of the things that makes vanilla vanilla. Like looking like complete trash because you're in a clown suit. In fact, if you've been doing classic time walking at all this week in retail, and you've been leveling a character and like using the upgrades that you got in classic time walking, you might have noticed that you too are very quickly going to be walking around in a clown suit. I've got like this ugly red shirt from Dead Mines. I've got like yellow spalders on my shoulders. I've got like it's a mess. It's a mess. I had like bright green pants on.
First arrive upon the grand world of Azeroth, you're going to be doing to 46, that wouldn't be unreasonable. To really be able to get it at 40, you have to have it in mind from the beginning and work towards it, use the auction house, send things to your bank alt and so on. And that's even before we get to level 60, where your epic mount is going to set you back a crazy 1,000 gold. But the thing is, the game isn't afraid to have you run around on foot for ages. I mean, experience-wise, level 37 is about a third of the way to 60, and 44 is about halfway. So just on experience alone, you can tell how much of
I remember leveling in Classic and around 52 to 54 mark, this is the point where I experienced despair. So like, I feel like I can manage it all this way, and it's a little bit harder around here. And then around this time is when I start to question whether I have the strength to carry on. Like right before the end. Questing in Western Plaguelands, and you're just... I very clearly remember just fighting Zomblas and asking myself, is this gonna be like this forever? Is this ever gonna feel like I'm fighting and fighting, but we're just not getting anywhere. And I just don't know if I can. I know what I need to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do
to
it.
be running for. But I think that time you spend on foot running around the world is super important for vanilla, for the world building, for the importance on planning where you're going to go, for PvP and so much more.
I
And so that is
mean,
why I think it was worth a mention here. Next up is something that we will all
I wish
run
I was
across during
faster.
our time playing WoW, and those are of course item upgrades. In vanilla you start with essentially nothing and have to work your way up from grade quality trash items all the way to epics. And the quest rewards and upgrades in vanilla can feel like a big deal simply because there's such a massive disparity between the power level of different items that you are rewarded. I mean, for example, this quest gives you a cloth chest with strength on as a reward. By the way,
Yeah.
this is from quite a long quest chain that has you going all around the world. Or maybe you get a plate item with a bunch of spirit on. You kind of ask yourselves, what exactly were the devs thinking here? And whenever I say this, I always hear somebody saying that the devs wanted you to be able to distinguish between the good and bad items. And man, did they go all out on bad items, so you really get to see them a lot. I mean, to be fair, spirit is
What?
actually a half decent stat when you're leveling early game.
If you're a hunter, though, all the gear has helpful stats. All gear is hunter gear.
But it does fall off unless you're a class which really benefits from it, such as a Shadow Priest. Then again, in a sea of items with highly questionable stats for flavor, there are also some massive upgrades which you will equip as soon as possible,
yeah.
and you'll probably keep them on for about 20 levels or so.
That
Think
was
of the Seal
mega
of Rin from the
upgrade.
long quest chain on Alliance, the Whirlwind Axe from the Warrior exclusive
Whirlwind Axe.
quest, or the Rune of the Guard Captain from that Horde quest in the Hinterlands.
I'm
Going
still
out of
using
your
it.
way for those big quest rewards is most definitely worth it in vanilla, and you really feel the power of your upgrades when your abilities start hitting that much bit more. And having gone on that journey to get them, instead of just going to the auction house and pressing buy, makes them feel even more satisfying to get. And this trend of items being massive upgrades definitely continues at endgame too, with certain items being constantly in high demand, such as Ring of Acuria, Onslaught Girdle, Chromatically Tempered Sword, Drakefang Talisman, and
Yeah, I do think there's something to be said for the slower pace of leveling in Classic that makes the process of getting these big game-changing upgrades just so much more impactful and meaningful. Because in modern WoW, of course, I'm happy to just level a buttload of alts and blast through time walking dungeons with ridiculous XP gains, and I have been doing a ton of that and having fun doing that. But the gearing process is not very fun. Like, the gearing process has sucked. That has not been enjoyable because I'm leveling so quickly that I don't even like I'm not only not getting gear fast enough to keep up with my constant new levels, but the gear that I get is then also so quickly replaced that it doesn't feel like it matters even if I got something that was good at that time. Like, even if I got insanely lucky and I had like a purple drop, it doesn't feel like that big of a deal if it's not like a level 80 purple, because it's going to be very, very quickly replaced. So I do think that's something that we've lost in the leveling process, and I don't know how they would fix it, but it sucks to not have it there. And I do like the idea too of like going through a very long and involved quest chain like you often do in Classic, and then you're rewarded at the end with something epic that feels like, you know, this is the value of this item matches the value of the time that I put in, even though this was just, you know, questing. It might have been pretty serious grind over time.
so many more. Huge item upgrades are
Yeah.
a big part of vanilla, and you really feel when you get one. Next up is regarding classes, and specifically those little things that each class has, which, although they tend to rarely be useful, are small bonuses which make them what they are. I'm talking about things such as water breathing or walking on the shaman, detect invisibility on warlock, divine intervention on paladin, or eagle eye on hunter. Quite a few of these flavor type abilities were just ideas that were had during earlier stages of World of Warcraft's development, but were left in the game because they added that little extra
Yeah,
bit
I
to the
agree.
feel
That's
of each
nice.
class within the game. And understanding these niche abilities and knowing how they can fit in your class's total toolkit can absolutely make a difference. When I'm playing a shaman, I
Yeah.
always ensure I have a stack of each reagent so I can water walking or breathing. There's plenty of underwater quests. Detect invisibility on the warlock can be used to see enemy patrols before they end up chain pulling and causing a disaster in dungeons such as Diamond West.
I think that there is a lot of potential now for use of these types of flavor abilities in delve scenarios, or maybe they could expand delves to involve using some of these things a bit more. But delves is actually the first time that I felt that a lot of this
Prevention
little
is a good last resort.
side utility flavor buttons started to see a lot more use, because you want to use every tool at your disposal. Like even something like Farsight is something that you could use to look ahead to see, you know, where quest objectives are and where you need to prioritize making your path. I want to see more from delves, and I think that's one way that they could do it. But I also, this is kind of against the whole concept that they have of delves, but I wouldn't mind an outdoor, how can I describe this? An outdoor delve? It's the opposite of what it is, but like an instanced thing where it instances you into a different version of a zone, and there is little things to find and do, like in the open setting instead of this tiny little cave. Does that make any sense? I don't know if it
When
does.
a wipe is occurring, so you can save a healer and begin resurrecting. And
Oh, Swig, thank you so much for the 53-month resub. I really appreciate that. Thank
Hunter
you.
is super useful for finding patrolling mobs or rare spawns within a zone. I mean, speaking of unique class abilities, you can even change your character's language to speak in their native tongue instead of the common languages everyone can understand. Someone out there needs to be mad enough to do a Night Elf playthrough where they only speak Darnassian, and every time they want to talk, somebody has to translate for them. Over time in WoW, Blizzard would gradually prune many of these abilities out of your spellbook as they were deemed unnecessary clutter, and then in more recent expansions they've started to add them back in again because they realized actually they're pretty cool. But at the start in vanilla, these small extra additions did feel as though they made a difference. Next I want to talk about the open world nature of vanilla World of Warcraft. Whilst it's not by any means a full sandbox MMO insofar as you can really choose your path at all times and build anything anywhere, it certainly has a lot more choice than the expansions which follow it. You can definitely travel to areas which are high level or go into enemy territory. It's just the case the game will throw a skull level enemy at you that's going to 2-tap you, at which point you'll probably realize that you're not supposed to be there. There's also much less of a feeling of hand holding and the game putting you on a set path. This is a big difference from many games nowadays where you almost get the impression that the developers have decided you need to know where to go and what to do at all times, otherwise you're going to get bored and quit.
I feel so nostalgic about Shimmering Flats. I really do.
It's vanilla.
This is the place where I remember I was leveling through this with my brother, and he got here before I did because he was a little bit ahead of me in leveling. And one day he ran into the living room to go and grab me where I was watching TV, and he said, "Hey, you've got to see this place. It is like flat as hell. It's so crazy. It's just big, huge, flat place, and there's nothing in it. It's just flat." And I'm like, "What?" It was very hype for us at the time.
Isn't afraid to leave matters up to the player in terms of where you'll go,
flat.
what you'll do, how you'll build your character, the gear that you'll use, and so on. I mean, imagine a totally new player to vanilla who's never played it before without add-ons or guides trying to find their way through the world. When the game first launched, that's what it was like for everyone. I mean, for me at least it was, I can say that. It's not that resources didn't exist online to find things, but my internet was so bad that each internet page would take minutes to load, and I would have rather just been playing the game during that time. The freedom to just go and do stuff has also lended it quite well to vanilla's replayability, as we've seen through Blizzard's attempts on seasonal servers in Season of Mastery and Discovery, as well as players taking on the hardcore challenge. Overall, vanilla is a game that's not afraid for you to go out in the world and learn about it, and for me that's definitely been a strength. Speaking of freedom within the game and learning about it, that really brings me to my next point. Vanilla is on a surface level very simple to play, but there's a crazy amount of depth to it. I mean, for real, you can get so far in vanilla on some basic gameplay. You can be keyboard turning, clicking, the lot. And then you get to endgame raids, where many classes' rotations are about 3 buttons, and if you're a caster, you literally just stand at the back and press 1 button on repeat, and that is it. You are actually playing the game in an optimal way, because it's just that simple. But there is a near endless amount of extra.
Man, I miss Combat Rogue. I miss when Rogue had a beautiful simplicity to it. I've tried to play Rogue recently, and I'm still trying. I'm not gonna give up on it yet, but it's just not the same, man. It's just not the same. It was much easier to keep track of my combo points when it was just very simple. You build up your points, do eviscerate. Build up your points, make sure you have slice and dice up. That's it wasn't brain surgery, rocket science.
It's that simple. But there is a near endless amount of extra things to know about vanilla, which of course the game never tells you. Melee leeway, the 5-second rule, how to make different macros, or, the entire threat mechanic, which is absolutely core to every single aspect of PvE within the game. You have no way of knowing how it works without add-ons. You don't know good leveling routes within the game, which spec to go,
Wait, what?
It works without...
I was thinking about Rogue. I was looking at these combo points and I was feeling nostalgic. Okay, what did you say? I'm sorry.
Game. You have no way of knowing how it works without add-ons. You don't know absolutely core to every single aspect of PvE within the game. You have no way of knowing how it works without add-ons. You don't know good leveling routes within the game, which
I keep missing where you
just stand
started.
at the back and press one button on repeat, and that is it. You are actually playing the game in an optimal way because it's just that simple. But there is a near endless amount of extra things to know about vanilla, which of course the game never tells you. Melee leeway, the 5-second rule, how to make different macros, or, the entire threat mechanic, which is absolutely core to every single aspect of PvE within the game. You have no way of knowing how it works without add-ons. You don't know good leveling routes within the game, which spec to go, which items are the best, and so on. The more you dig into it, the more there is to know about vanilla World of Warcraft. And the main point here is...
Fuck that. Like, I haven't been using any kind of add-on to know what's the good leveling route. You just... you take the quests where you can, and then you turn it in and you get more quests, and you pick up every quest and you do those quests. Okay. I'm not obsessed with trying to find an optimal leveling path in vanilla, because I feel like the meandering nature of it is part of the enjoyment for me. And I think I would actually hate using a add-on that made it the exact same, most optimally efficient straight line path every single time. Like, to me, that totally ruins the magic of feeling like an adventurer and just helping who you can in the villages you can, and then moving on when it's time to move on. Like, that's crazy to me, but teach their own.
I feel as though it's a game which primarily rewards game knowledge over game skill. Player ability and skill can matter, of course, in certain scenarios, such as PvP, but just knowing a lot about the game will serve you super well. And just when you feel like you know everything about vanilla WoW, you always end up finding something else out. So that's why for me, vanilla is simple to play but has so much depth to it, and it really becomes more noticeable the more you play. Next up is the fact that in vanilla we have a more dangerous open world, as well as certain elite zones which can be very difficult to solo. Fresh out your starter zone at level 6, you're probably feeling pretty confident. The mobs in starter zones move slower, they can be neutral, and they're generally pretty easy to deal with. And then you step foot in that open world and it becomes immediately apparent that you are in fact not very strong at all. Whether it's kobolds respawning in the mines in Elwyn, Defias over in Westfall, or the classic Son of Aragorn death down in Silverpine, the world of Warcraft can come at you pretty fast. Most classes consider anything more than 2 mobs at once to be a serious threat in vanilla, and you'd need to use some serious cooldowns, if you even have any, that is. And at times an enemy mob can just decide they're going to dodge or parry about 6 times in a row and you just lose a 1v1. And then there's mages, of course, who can pull a dozen things at once and AoE them down, but just hero class things.
God, this actually makes me so mad, the footage that you're showing right now, because I remember doing this on hardcore and trying to kill these damn things because I need the pikes and I needed the rivets, and I couldn't ever do it because there was always one fucking mage who pulled them all at once and just AoE'd it all down and ran away. I could not ever get even one of these damn things, because then you have to sit around and wait for them to respawn. But guess who's else is sitting around waiting for them to respawn and who's spamming arcane explosion for them to just come right back up? The mage!
But the open world is dangerous. It feels that way, and
So
it never
annoying.
stops being dangerous either, right from that moment when you leave your starter zone all the way to level 60. It's things like this that make the hardcore challenge so interesting to
Stitches, my
people.
best
There really is a
friend.
constant threat of making a fatal mistake. At the
Love
same time, in
him.
vanilla, there are open world elite zones to take on too, which are often great for XP and can have some nice quest rewards too. Though you're not really supposed to take them on solo, but it can be a nice test of skill to see if you can do it. Otherwise, you do as the game intends and you naturally run into other people in the same place doing the same quest and you group up so it becomes easier. This is one of the ways that vanilla encourages you to form parties and meet other people within the world, but only if you want to do so, and I think that is quite important to remember. Next is a moment that we have all experienced, I am sure, and on each character when it happens, it feels just as good as the last time. It's like a World of Warcraft graduation moment, and that's of course when you finally equip your first shoulder and helm slot items. In
And
fact,
cape,
for that
the
matter,
long
you
cape.
don't really get neck items or rings or trinkets, and definitely not idols, librams or totems for ages either, as in the ones you equip. The difference is though, you can see your shoulder and helm items on your character, so that just makes them better, doesn't it? I mean, even around level 18 or so, you might randomly come across a common quality pair of shoulders, but it still feels good to equip them, even though stats wise they're basically doing nothing for you. As for your helm, well, that comes quite a
They are giving you morale boost, though. They make you feel like you have progressed in the world. That's true. For me, getting the first long cape that went, I think the first one is the Yeti fur cloak from Hillsbride from Alliance Quest where you kill the Yetis. Not only is it a beautiful cloak, but it has great stats and it's long, so you feel like a Chad finally, like you made it. Finally made it.
bit later, and for a regular character you'll be seeing that somewhere between levels 25 to 30. It's the scarcity of these items at early levels which makes dungeons such as Scarlet Monastery Armory such a big deal. It doesn't have to just be your helm or shoulder items either, just getting your first bag in vanilla
That
feels
shoulder,
good.
Hera's
There's nothing
shoulders,
like starting your
iconic.
first quest within the game on a fresh character and you instantly just get a 6-slot bag in your inventory. It's the true sign of a blessed character.
Yes,
And even in later levels when you
that's
loot
true.
a traveler's knapsack, that just feels great as well, even if you want to sell it.
I always felt like that too. If I had a character that looted the 6-slot bag in the first starting zone, I felt like, yeah, this is it. This character is blessed by RNG gods, and I was totally correct in choosing this character to level today because it's just meant to be. It's just fate, you know? I'm just lucky like that, I guess.
You're going to get a few gold. In a game where your inventory can fill
The
up so
chosen
fast,
all.
that matters. Which leaves us with what I feel
Yes.
are three of the most important things which make vanilla what it is. So first up, I've got something which I think can be a little bit overlooked in vanilla, but
Exciting
for me, it's
loot,
always
man. That's what I'm hearing so far. Of everything I've heard so far, what really the leveling process is fun because of the extremely exciting loot, because it is scarce and it matters a lot, and you know you're gonna use what you get for a while, so it's rewarding and
felt
satisfying.
really important, and that's having the feeling of going back to a major town or city after a long questing trip and restocking and sorting out your bags before you're ready to head out
I love
once
that.
again. Imagine the scenario.
That's
You've been out in
true.
Stranglethorn Vale questing for a few hours and your bags are now full of random meat, troll sweat, wild vine, and about 24 different other random items. You're starting to run low on food and water and you've gone through your health pots as well. But at the same time, for all this work, you've got a quest log which is absolutely full and completed to show. That moment when you finally head back to Booty Bay, sell all your trash, mail the good stuff to your bank hold, turn in all those quests, sort out your gear and so on, just feels so good to do.
It does.
Maybe you head over to Stormwind afterwards, check the auction house for upgrades, get more food and water and health pots, go to your class trainer to get new skills. Maybe whilst you're there a world buff drops and hey, you're ready to go, bags clear.
Yeah, I love this. When I played Classic recently, that was something that really stood out to me as well, was the feeling of restocking and resupplying in town. Like getting food supplies, getting water to drink, making sure that you have enough arrows for the journey if you're using a bow, have ammunition if you need it, have reagents for your spells, like candles if you're a priest, the acorns if you're a druid, like making sure you have everything you need, selling what you can, before embarking on your next journey into the wilds, into the wilderness. This is something that I really feel like doesn't exist anymore in the modern version of the game, that I loved, and I think I miss very much. The sense of needing to prepare for your next expedition out, adventuring in the wilderness, because you're not going to find shit once you're out there, and you want to maximize your time you spend fighting things, and because it takes so long to travel from the wild to town, you want to make the most of your time in town and not constantly be going back and forth. So it's adds to that D&D feeling that I have in WoW Classic. You said now you need to be sure you have the required add-ons for the raid. Yeah. Now we have the auction house mount. Oh my god, yeah. Now that is completely dead and gone in retail. That is gone for good. It's not coming back, but you can still experience it in Classic for sure.
Clean, gear repaired to head back out there and get stuck into the world once again with a fresh set of quests to work on. Those moments when you pause to just sort things out, for me, adds so much to the game, and it's something that everybody does. It also encourages that planning aspect of vanilla in terms of what quests will I do now, where do I want to go next, and so on. So for me, this—
Excuse me, what did you just say? Planning aspect of what quests you're gonna do now? Then why are you using this add-on, huh? You're using an add-on that tells you exactly what quest to do next. And like, which mob to kill next. I think that is so lame. Like, okay, maybe it's efficient. Maybe it's super efficient and you're not going to waste as much time as me. But we're talking about the adventuring spirit right now, aren't we? Preparing for the next adventure you will choose to take. Not they're going to be told to do, because it's optimal.
whole ritual everyone does just adds a bunch to the game. And number 2 is something which I feel as though ties a number of points that I've gone over together, and that's the fact that in vanilla, leveling feels important.
Yes.
And it feels as though it has as much or even more at times importance than the end game. In future expansions, Blizzard started accelerating leveling a lot to get you caught up with the current expansion and into the new content as well as the end game. This started as early as midway through TBC, when Blizzard went back and reduced the amount of experience needed between 20 and 60, as well as making some of those iconic open world elite zones non-elite anymore. In Wrath, they further squished XP, added heirlooms and the LFD, and, well, things just really went from there. Of course, by WoW's current expansion,
it still takes so freaking long to level in Wrath Classic. Holy crap. I did it recently, and I actually couldn't continue. Like, I was in the first zone, Borean Tundra, and I had done, like, every single quest in every village, and I had maybe got half a level, or if I had gotten maybe 1 level. It was nothing. It wasn't shit. I couldn't believe how bad it was. And I'm asking myself, is this really the same game that I played all those years ago? Yes. Yes, it is. I just had a lot more time, I guess. I don't know.
you can't expect a new player to be spending 100 hours in vanilla and the same amount on each subsequent expansion. So I get why things were sped up over time, but in vanilla the world was the main character. Blizzard themselves have even said as much. And your character's progression, power gain and growth over that journey is part of what's given vanilla such longevity over the years, to the point where people are still hyped about going again on a fresh character to this day. Which means that number 1, the most important thing which makes vanilla for me is, well, something no expansion can ever do, because it's the fact that vanilla is not an expansion. When you start here, you start at level 1 with nothing in your bags, barely any gear, and it's a new adventure every single time. I mean, sure, if you played the game a lot before, you can mail yourself gear, you can boost and so on, but that's up to you whether or not you want to do that. Every single player starts off in the same way in vanilla as the humble adventurer. You're a small person in a very big world, world, delivering letters, solving small problems, and eventually you're led to doing great things towards the endgame of WoW. I mean, if you just stop and think for a moment, when's the first time you actually fight a full-grown dragon in World of Warcraft? Sure, you've got the whelplings over in the wetlands, there's drakes in Badlands, but a fully grown dragon, that's properly endgame material, such as the Green Dragon world bosses or Veilstraz the Corrupt in BWL. When
Well, you fight it in Sunken Temple, right? I think that's probably the first one.
started, the old world felt as though it changed from the main character of the game to just an obstacle which you
That is such a good point, though. Like, it's not an expansion. So everybody starts level 1 with nothing in your bags, fresh, brand new. Fresh and brand new. And it really feels like the hero's journey more than any other expansion ever could. Because you started with, like, nothing as a no-name adventure. And at the end of it, you're fighting dragons. You're in BWL. You're like a hero. And you feel like you really fought and worked hard every step of the way to become the champion at the end. You know, it's not like everybody is a champion in retail. And part of it is the slow pace of leveling. Part of it is like how difficult it is up to that point. But I don't think they could ever recreate that, really. Like, they couldn't just make an expansion that's like, okay, guys, for the new expansion, we are going to remove everything from your bags. Nothing's going to be accessible to you. It's all going to be stowed away. Like, they just couldn't do it. I think, really, the only way they could replicate that in the modern era is with WoW 2. WoW 2. But I don't see that happening anytime soon, really.
needed to overcome so that you could progress onto expansions and the new content as soon as possible. And when you were starting on an expansion, your character was already quite powerful with all your gear and abilities, and you just went from there. But that is not the case for vanilla, and I think ultimately having that progression path from 1 to 60 in a cohesive world is something that truly makes vanilla the game that it is. And that's it, 10 things which I think have proven their worth over the years in vanilla World of Warcraft, and have made it to this
That's
day
a great
still
video.
one of the most popular MMOs in the world. Would you replace any of these points? And is there anything else
Yes.
which you think is core to the world of vanilla WoW?
Only thing I would, I still think that, yes, it's good to take time traveling between locations, but it's so slow. Like, I do still think it's too slow. Everybody should be able to go slightly faster running around. I think it's way, way too slow running. Like, let more people have access to movement speed bonuses. Maybe nothing crazy. We still want your mount to feel like it matters when you get it, but something besides what hunters get. That's the only thing that I think I would change about it.
Let me know below. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening in, and I shall see you on the next one very
That was
soon.
nice. Well, classic hardcore might be getting some news this month. That's the rumor, and that's a big reason I wanted to watch this and remind myself of all the reasons that I love leveling in classic and all the things that makes it completely different compared to retail. Let me give you a link to this video right now, so you can drop a like and a sub and things. There's the link. I enjoyed it very much. Okay. Yep. The Return of the Desolate Adventures. Yeah, I need to finish leveling my my hardcore characters. I have a pretty high level warrior that I want to pick up with. We'll probably do an only buns on the hardcore servers as well, but I will be doing that in addition to Only Fangs, if Only Fangs is making a triumphant return, if they decide to do anything like that.
Let the light of the new moon guide you.
The bronze dragon interrupted the trial of Garrosh Hellscream, bringing him to alternate Draenor before Garrosh killed him. I don't know.
Good day. Ain't you a ship?
I don't. Oh crap! I
That's
clicked the wrong
enough
button.
for me today. Keep your chin up, eh?
Okay. Priest time. Yes, maybe we want to level up a little bit more here today. I can make a group for some time walking dungeons. Or we could go back to Black Temple. Wait, did you get Ashes of Olar? What? Oh my god. Wow. Somebody got ashes. This music is super low. Yeah, I can't hear anything. Whoa. Look how cool this priest looks. I think it looks awesome. Okay. Alliance? Time walking dungeons?
Hail.
Can I buy more of these? Yes, I can. I have quite a few left to buy. Which should I buy next? Chat. We have Death Knight, Demon Hunter, Mage, Evoker, Monk, Paladin, Warrior, and Warlock. I'm thinking probably Paladin is one.
For those with a passion
Oh,
for
no.
silk, leather, and steel,
Monk?
the frenzy of fashion is all too real. Be seen by the masses.
DK
Be
or
their
Monk?
envy, their desire. Become the example to which all others
I
aspire.
don't have any DK or Monk characters right now. We can do a poll. There's a sword that goes with the Paladin gear. What sword is that? I don't even have a Monk. No. You picked the two classes. I don't even have a... Well, I do have a DK, but I barely play it. Yep. Priest. I already have Priest one. Yeah. I'm just gonna buy Paladin when I think... Check the vendor over on the other side. I definitely want to prioritize getting the tier 2 sets first. Only ones I'm not a fan of are the Warrior. It's the banana shoulders. I like it. I like the shoulders. I think it's cool. May I already got those. I'm gonna go with Pally. Gotta get Judgment.
Go in peace.
Gotta get Judgment. Okay. Let's see if any buns want to join. For Alliance time walking dungeon. You can join after this one. Okay, anyone else? Alliance. Alliance dungeon. Chaotic Alliance. Okay. You're still in your dungeon. Will you be in it a lot longer? Because I'd like to go quickly. Okay, invite. You can join us maybe in the next one if you're in a dungeon. I'm busy. Okay, Lucas, Daggy, I invite you. My mouse is starting to crap out, I'm afraid. Seems like 2 more boss. Okay, then we will, you can just maybe join us on the next one. Dispel magic. Why do I have 2 dispel magics? I have purify and one's, are these on separate cooldowns? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I have talent points to use. Shield instantly heals the target and reflects damage absorbed. That sounds insanely good. We have Reduce cooldown of Desperate Prayer, which I like a lot. Attacks from Shadow Fiends siphon life from enemies. Healing a nearby injured ally. I like the cooldown on Desperate Prayer. I don't know what's good, but I'm not trying to find that out while I'm leveling. I'm just trying to learn about the talents. Okay. Yeah, I think I might get that one. What's here? Okay. Essence Devourer seems really solid. Swap health percentages with your ally. Increases the lower health percentage of these two to 25% if below that amount. Oh, to like another way to save a life. Your healing spells and smite have an 8% chance to make your next flash heal instant and costs no mana. I like that. Okay, what else we got? Oh. Answered prayers is really good. When you use a holy word spell, you summon an image of a Naru at your side. For 9 seconds, when you cast a healing or damaging spell, the Naru will cast a similar spell. Wow, that sounds good. That sounds really good. I'm gonna get that. I still have a point.
Calling all fashionistas
No,
to
stop
strut their
shouting.
stuff in the
Stop
fashion
shouting.
frenzy.
Additional charge on Serenity. Good. Okay. Let's go. You're done. Fantastic. We have one spot for a tank, but we can just get the random tank. Do you want to heal, or do I need to learn damage? Because I actually don't know. Yes, I'm gonna heal. I don't know how to play Shadow. At all. I don't know anything about that. Okay. Let's do Burning Crusade time walking. Or something different. Wow. This guy with his wild eyebrows and the goggles looks so crazy. That's weird. Starter build I do not want to do the starter build because I like reading all of the talent points. I think it gives me a better understanding of the class overall later on.
Take all the time you need.
Starter build I would only use if like I have zoned into the dungeon and I have just noticed that all my talent points have been reset and I do not have time to read everything.
I'm listening. I dismiss you.
I think it's helpful to be aware of what all your talents are because later if there's balance changes,
I always have time for you.
you'll be able to make better decisions, and you can make decisions based on what you need in a particular fight as well.
See you later.
Okay. Yeah, starter builds I do use sometimes, but usually I try to read the talents. Oh, nice. Thank you. I didn't have this quest. Burning path through time. Pick up every
What
quest.
can I do for you?
What can I do for you? Be careful. Go with honor, friend. Light
Yeah.
be with you. Light bless you.
Oh my god, I forgot to get the Darkman Fair buff. I forgot to get my buffs. Heck. Dang it. I have... Oh. Man, they're noisy. Oh, there's my Naru friend that I have now. That's weird. I don't know about having a Naru following me. They're sussy. I don't know if they can be trusted. After what they did to Illidan, tried to do to Illidan. Man, you take a lot of damage. Okay. Man, this is amazing. Serenity with 2 charges is fantastic. Man, why do I have to use it on every pull though? I cannot heal this. Like, am I bad? Maybe. I think I'm bad. Oh my god, I'm bad. Maybe I shouldn't be healing. Yeah, I'm bad. I don't know what I'm doing apparently. I thought I did. Maybe I'm under geared. Oh my god. Maybe I should not heal. I think that might be my gear. Because I don't know what the problem is. I haven't had any problems so far. This is the first time I've had an issue. I've been leveling every day on it. If you want to. Okay. It's too late. It's too late, we're pulling. Oh my god. Okay, any advice for me? I'm just gonna use more big cooldowns. Okay, I have to lock in now. Okay, I'm level 60. It's time to lock in for this. I realize this is gonna be more difficult. I have a talent to use.
Hold them back at all costs!
Okay, I got power infusion. Who needs haste?
Fighter down!
Okay. Who is haste good for?
Join the fight of Gravaka!
Damn. Rhett, okay. I'll feed the power infusions to Daggy. Then.
Where's my support?
I don't know. I was getting popped by the ranged guys in here, so maybe fearing might help with the damage too. Okay. The ranged guys. I'm thinking about having a different character for healing for Holy Priest. And Shadow. Bro, moment. I thought this was gonna be chill. It's not chill at all. I have to really pay attention now. I gotta keep up the renew. Okay. Damn. I'll try to maybe dot things. You barely touch regen? Wait, regen is not important? No. Red is not ripping aggro. It's not that. It's not an aggro issue. It's the tank that hard to heal. It'd be very hard to heal. But it could just be my gear. Like I will say it could very likely be my gear. Because I'm leveling too damn fast. This is what we were talking about. We were watching that video a few minutes ago. I'm leveling faster than I'm seeing lay on hands fly out. Like, why is this like this? My heals aren't doing shit. It's bad. Dude. What in the world is going on? Spam flash heal. Okay. You saw how quickly the tank died, right? After pulling these? You saw this, right? Renew is a trap spell like Cure One. So... What? Use shield too. Okay, I'll use shield more instead of renew. I alternate between flash heal and heal. Okay. Okay, I'll just do a bunch more flash heal spamming and more shields on the guy. Okay. I'm not disciplined. I'm unholy.
One pitiful wretch down. Go on, take another one. You can have that one.
I have had zero problem healing up to this particular dungeon, and well, you know, because I've streamed it all.
Come on, show me a real fight.
Okay. What the world? Like...
You knew what a shame.
Man, I'm actually terrible. Actually. Can you res me? Oof. Okay. I got... Oh no. Okay, let's keep going. Keep trying to learn stuff.
Invaders have breached the defenses!
Okay.
Archers, form ranks! On my mark! Ready! Aim! Fire!
Crap. I accidentally put the shield on the wrong person. I'll put this here instead. Okay. Oh my god. We are making it through this dungeon, like no matter what. I've healed this dungeon in time walking on Shaman without any issues, but I understand Shaman a lot better. So that's the main one I'm playing. But I wanted to experiment with new classes and stuff, and new styles of healing. Was that a boss? What in the world is going on? It's like... That felt like a trash mob, but it was a boss. But some of the trash just one-shots the tank. So I don't know. Shaman is Giga. I love Shaman. Totally agree. I should probably not be standing here, huh? See, I'm using Divine Hymn, a huge cooldown. If it weren't for all these paladins in the party, he'd be dead already. Even though I use Divine Hymn, which is supposed to be giga healing. God, I couldn't. God damn it! I don't know. Maybe I'm not cut out for it. It's bad. Oh my god, it's so bad. I can't. I'm bad. Bro. I think it's my gear. It is definitely my gear. My gear is really, really horrible for where I am. And I don't think I can... Like, there's only so much you can do. I'm in 30s heirlooms. Okay, because I'm leveling way too fast. And I didn't think about it before I queued for this. I don't think I have any higher level heirlooms either. So I'm not doing fine. Like, I appreciate the encouragement, but this is not what I would consider fine at all. Like, I'm griefing right now, so I'm actually griefing the party at the moment. Maybe the BC time walking dungeons are just harder than the classic time walking. No one's kicking me because there are 4 people out of 5 in my guild, and this poor tank is stuck with me, griefing him. That's why. Yep. Like, if I got kicked, I would deserve it. That's how I feel. Because I'm just not... Yeah, I would prefer it if you would heal. Yes, please. I wouldn't even be mad if I got kicked. Why not use gear you get from quests and so on? Because I'm not because I'm not doing any quests. Only been leveling in time walking dungeons, and it causes me to level so fast that I do not get the drops often enough to replace the shit I have on, right? I have some cloth items I can put on, which I will, that have randomly dropped for me, but it's just not very often because we're leveling so quickly. So basically it's my responsibility to make sure that my gear is somewhat appropriate for the dungeon, like for my my level, so I don't grief the team. And now I don't have points. Oh my god. I swapped. Okay, let me just starter build here. Okay. Great. Cool. Cool. Where's Shadow Meld? Okay, let's figure out Shadow. Yes, the streamer is griefing, but thankfully we have somebody else here that can heal. But yeah, if you are like me and you are leveling in the time walking dungeons, please don't make the mistake that I've made by not checking my gear before going in. And trying to do content that is with gear that's level 30 when I'm level 60. Because yes, there's a lot that I have to learn about Holy Priest to be better at it. But at the very least, I should be able to handle healing a pack. It's not griefing, if it's not on purpose. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree. I think a lot of times people are not griefing on purpose. They just haven't been paying attention to things that they should. Yeah, it's not always maliciously that people are griefing. Like, I'm not trolling. Yeah. I was not remembering important stuff. But it looks like we're gonna make it through this. At least. Okay. Devouring Plague heals you for damage dealt. Okay. If the effect is reapplied, remaining damage will be added. So that means I need to spam it? We learn how to play Shadow Priest live. We do it live. Oh my god. This is lit up. It looks important.
This is all your fault.
Nice. Okay.
I hate you.
Look, 332 from a 185 weapon. That is too much. Okay. That is too much. That is way too much. But I've learned my lesson for the future. Thankfully, this is, by the way, a great reason to go in with guild groups. It's another fantastic reason to be in Only Buns. And go into groups with other buns who will be patient and considerate of Pepe God moments. Because if I were in a random group, I would absolutely have been long gone and kicked at this point. Yeah. Ooh, I have wings. Oh! Wow, Shadow Priest is pretty cool. But I made a Shadow Priest character last night. I didn't tell you about this yet, but I might introduce you to this character later. I was thinking to make a different character with a different aesthetic for Shadow compared to Holy or Div. This is a very bad habit that I have. It's bad. You Shadow Priest? I thought you were the healer. I was the healer, but I realized that my gear is very, very, very bad for this dungeon. And because of it, I physically could not heal as someone unfamiliar with the class. Maybe that's the reason this was fine for me to do on Shaman, even though I leveled the same way, because I know Shaman a lot better, and it was actually not even my first Shaman that I was leveling. I level Shamans all the time.
The true horde will prevail.
Thank you so much for healing. Thank you. Saved my life. Okay, let's check the gear so that not a new habit though. What do you mean? Okay. I want to go to the... Ah! Where's my Hearthstone? My Hearthstone is set to the War Crush. The Drakthir starting area. Let's go to... Check that. Yes. Thank you for the encouragement, though. It has made heirloom gear worthwhile again. That is a very good point. It has made the heirloom gear matter a lot more. Even though I like the convenience of heirloom gear, but I think it's boring. Heirloom gear is boring when you're leveling. Like, we just watched this video about Classic and how Getting gear upgrades is so exciting. But, heirloom is what I need. That would be better than having shit gear. Alright. So, what can I purchase for myself? I have a 92 eye level cloak. Okay? That's really bad. At level 60. Misc cloak. Usable only. Fire resistance. Okay, here we go. Silk sand cape.
You've got mail.
Alright, what else can I get? 4 gold. It's not even expensive to buy this shit. I can even pick the stat I want. No, I'm not gonna do that. 4 gold. Okay. Shoulders. We want... Okay. This takes 2 seconds to do before you go queuing for things. Eternal Wraps of the Aurora. Oh, that looks kind of neat. We want mastery, most likely. I don't see it. Okay, this is fine. Okay, what else do I need? Everything, literally. I'm just gonna buy it all. I got a dagger, which is fantastic. Offhand. Item. I need crit verse. Do I need verse? No, not really. I'll get that. The beer. Okay. Gloves. I'm just gonna buy stuff. I'm not even worry about it too much because it's gonna be replaced. Like, we don't need to overthink this. Okay. Belt. Int. Pants. It was like I was basically in there naked. That is the situation. Finger. Okay. $5 gold. What about trinkets? Got anything? For some reason, these are all crazy expensive. Why? Here we go. I could even use this. Has a 2% chance when struck in combat. Okay. Cheap trinkets. Blue dragon. Dark moon card. Okay, we're fully decked out. I am eye level 172 with 2500 intellect. That is about to change. Okay. Necklace. Boots. Pants. Okay. Nice. We are 306 with 4700 intellect. So, do you see how cheap that was for me to do? This is my responsibility. I think this is everyone's responsibility before you go into a dungeon. And not doing it is just griefing the team. Because it's not expensive to do this. And, oh, you wanted to join? Sure, yeah. Sure. Hopping in. We can go back. Let's fix the clown suit, though. That's fine. Kind of works. I usually like to just go loosely off of what I already have on. Okay. Because this is all going to be updated. Oh god, this clips into my horns really bad. Oh, that looks horrible. You ready, chat? I think we are ready to rock. Okie dokie. Talent points. Increase healing of your spells by 3%. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Holy. For this. Healing of spells increased. The cooldowns of your holy words are reduced by an additional 10% when you cast the relevant spells. We need this one. Holy word increases the healing of your next flash heal. So we want to cast the holy word spells as much as we can because it will improve the flash heal quick spells. Okay. Let's go. Okay. I will try again. Now this time, if I'm terrible and I can't heal it, it just means I'm bad. That's what that means. Which is, I'm willing to accept that, if that's the case. But let's be honest with ourselves. Okay. I'm ready. Is it possible to get an invite to the guild? It sure is. We have, if you're on Alliance, you will be able to easily find it in the game just by clicking guild search, guild finder, and type in only buns. If you're Horde, you'll need to ask for an invite in our Discord server or join our community and ask for an invite there. We should have links to the community. In the Twitch chat, hopefully, right now. Oh yeah. We are rocking and rolling now. Amazing. I am asleep for 5 seconds. Zep be healing. Amazing the difference in having literally double the stats. Thanks. Wild. I am wholly locked. I actually can't heal you at all right now. And I'm asleep. What is going on in here? EP. Okay. Crap. If you could be any WoW class, what would you be? IRL. Probably mage, because you wouldn't have to buy food anymore. You could just conjure food. And you could instantly teleport anywhere you need to go. Like, as far as convenience, Mage has got it. Mage has it all. It would probably be bad. Also, you can turn people into bunnies. Which I wouldn't do. Unless you were very, very naughty. I deserved it. Demon Hunter would be horrible, I think. I think it would be very painful to be a Demon Hunter. But then again, does being a Demon Hunter in real life imply that Illidan would be in real life with you? In that case, that's the clear winner because whatever leads me to getting husband of, it's gonna be the best choice, right? What? What in the world just happened? Okay, maybe I am just bad. How did this happen? You were at full health and then you got one shot.
Step forward. I will see that you are properly welcomed.
I actually have no idea what happened. No clue. Everything was fine until it wasn't. Weird.
Guards, rally! Cut these invaders down!
Yeah, like, I blinked and he died. So I'm as clueless as you are.
Not yet begun to.
I remember this dungeon having some wacky scaling though. So who knows if it's that or what. I think like my healing numbers are fine now. So I'm not worried. Should probably be summoning this little guy on cooldown too. My Shadow Fiend. I remember healing it a couple times. There's one pool. Yeah, the Satyrs, I think, is the one where I always had to blow everything on it. Okay. No clue what it was. It's the dungeon. Oh, my inventory's full. These BC dungeons put so much shit in your inventory. Really. Priest would cure disease. That's a good point. But if you had the ability to cure disease anytime, everybody would be... Like, you would never have a moment of peace.
What are you doing? These specimens
in your life.
are very delicate.
Like, that would be your full-time job, 24 hours a day, forever. And you would feel bad if you couldn't constantly be there doing it.
Dispel boss.
I think that it could be quite bad. Dispel boss.
Dispel boss.
Specimens must be preserved.
Is that a blood elf druid in this dungeon? I think it could work. Yeah, I think it could work. Go on ahead. Okay. Death Knight. Non-stinky undead. What makes you think they're not stinky? I bet they're so stinky. I think frost DKs are probably not stinky. But unholy? They're rancid, I'm sure. Or are you saying that that's a condition for you? Gotta be unstinky. See, I've done this Divine Hymn preemptively because I think I remember these guys doing a lot of damage. I'm not supposed to give them the... Okay, maybe I've confused them with others. They didn't do shit. I don't know.
I revel in your... I'll
Watch your feet.
you.
I watch my feet.
Watch your feet.
What is this? Curse. Dispelling the curse inflicts shadow damage. Well, I can't dispel curses, so it's fine.
You won't get far.
Yeah, healing is easy again. It's fine. I'm not having any issue. Okay. I'm trying to delete. I think I need bags. I have, is this like 10 slot bags? Complete quest. Level 64. This is what I'm talking about. I'm already halfway through the 60s levels. So by the time I'm 70, which is in the next dungeon most likely, my gear will already be outdated. That I just bought. Okay, y'all about to die. No, it's okay. It's okay. Classic inventory boss. Monk brewmaster, so I can get drunk and get beat on. Wow, that is so based. Yeah, I think that's probably the option where you'll have the best time. You'll have the most fun IRL with. But what do you think would be the class that would hurt the most to fight in real life? I feel like getting hit by priest spells, for example, I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Like, what do you think would actually be the most painful to fight? Light damage seems like it wouldn't hurt that much. But then again, it's like just walking outside in Florida. You'll have the experience. Fire. So when it comes to fire, oh man, I'm being probably a warlock. I think that the mage fire would be like normal fire, where your after a little bit of burning, all of your nerves burn off. In fact. But with a warlock, they would find ways to prolong your suffering. Like, the part of it is suffering, causing suffering. Yeah, I feel like that would... Unholy decay. Oh yeah, like diseases. Having like a million diseases on you at once. Yeah, I think that would be the worst. Arcane damage would either like tickle or it would be like getting hit with a nuke. It would be like having all of your atoms
Who disturbs this sanctuary?
broken apart. But I feel like with Arcane, you would just die instantly. Probably the most like enjoyable one would be like Balance Druid. I feel like that wouldn't even hurt, and it would be quite nice. You'd just be like, hooray, okay, this isn't so bad, and then you're dead.
Oh, confused. Do not belong here.
Yay! Level 66. Feral Druid would just kind of bleed you out, though. Yeah, but... Balance Druid would be like mega sunburn. Yeah, I think there's worse options. Like, Unholy DK, I think. I need to sell some shit and get bags.
Be careful.
I'm gonna get some bags really fast. Because I just replaced all of my gear. Containers. Bag. Gib. 32. So I have 24 slot bags. So I'm just gonna buy a couple of these. 24, 32 slot. The item was not found.
You've got mail.
Okay. I have bags I can make myself. But get ba, 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 ba. Okay. Good. Sell some other things. I'll be level 70 the next dungeon. Like, no cap. Sell all this stuff that's soul bound. I was actually surprised by how cheap all of those upgrades were. So it's very, very easy to stay up to date with your gear. But maybe it's my server that I'm on? Are the servers not they're not data center, they're not region wide, are they? I don't know. Data center. Data center. Data centers? Okay, I am good to go, I think. Some BOEs, but... Ready? How many more do we need? I need 3 more, but I want to get my buffs too. Darkmoon Fair buff and Wicker Man buff quickly. Yeah, I have the FXV brain rot, but when I'm in FXV, I have WoW brain rot. So basically, I'm never going to be able to talk properly about these games ever again. Because in this game, I'm like, jobs, what jobs do you like? And then I'll go to FF and I'll be like, hey, where's the auction house? It's ruined. I just cannot speak normally. This is the Chaos Griffin from the shop. Yes. Oh my god. Look, I'll be sad when the Halloween event ends, but I won't be sad that he's going away. He's super annoying. It's the Shaman Queen! Yes, hello. Hi. Yes, I love Shaman. I really like Shaman. But I have to make a Shaman of every race that there is. Besides Night Elf. Do not stop, you're nearly there. Why is this flickering on the horizon? Do y'all have this bug too? I didn't have this before, but in Darkmoon Fair, there's like weird flickering out beyond. I don't know why. Let me pick up my carousel buff and then we can go. Whee! To make it more fun in Guild Wars 2, the trading post is the auction house. Oh, so are you saying trading posts also give the same issue? Okay, I got the buff. But Any buns for Time Walking Dungeon? Let me get up really quick. I need to get some more tea and then we can go. You're right back. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Hello. And I noticed that you put a little bunarchy in the chat, which you really did not need to do. And you know that you're not supposed to be doing that. You know you're not supposed to be. And yet, here you are, thinking that you can get away with it. Well, guess what? Chuck Norris stands faster than anyone can run. And also, Chuck Norris doesn't hunt because the word hunting implies the possibility of failure. Chuck Norris goes killing. Yep. Yeah. I have invited you for time walking. Oh, welcome in. Hey. Welcome in. Okay. I'm trying to invite you. Okay. Cool. I have an unspent talent points again. Fade reduces damage you take. Vampiric Embrace seems like something we want to have. But I guess I'll get Void Tendrils so I can get Vampiric Embrace. It seems important. Okay. Let's go. And I can share the quest. Yes, I'm healing. Need to change your hat? Good idea. We have XP buffs out the ass. We have Wicker Man Unburdened. Which, how much longer is the Wicker Man gonna be there? Is today the last day? Tomorrow's the last day, and it ends at 11 a.m. So, this is your last chance to get Headless Horseman mount, to get the Arphus dog ghost pet from Headless Horseman, to get your extra XP buff from the Wicker Man statue, on top of the Darkmoon Fair stuff. So Darkmoon Fair lasts until Saturday, so this won't be here for much longer either. You ready? Great, let's go. So if you make a non-evoker Dracula, you're permanently in human form. You can choose. If you're non-evoker, you can decide if you want to be in human form or not anytime. So just use this button. If I wanted to stay in Dracula form all the time, I could. You can heal in Dracula form, or you can heal and do damage in your Visage form. It's up to you. It's up to you. Oh, Magister's Terrace. Maybe we'll get the Chocobo.
Chronokai Christo.
Yeah.
Remember the lessons of the past.
This is the dungeon that can drop a Chocobo. I bet today's the day. Uh-huh. Okay, so Vampiric Embrace is not a stance like it used to be. That tells you how... Okay, it's not like a passive. You have to activate it. What about this button? Shadowy tendrils rooting enemies. Whoa! Hey, don't die. You died. How? I don't know. Do you hear that? Sounds like fire alarm or something. Did you hear that?
It's been a kick. Really.
I feel like I should get up and check what that was. But Rimini's here and he'd probably tell me if it was a... Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's not... We're not on fire. Don't worry. We're good. Monka S. I can't run out from the fire. I am fucking healing a time walking dungeon. Okay? Okay, like I just said, today's the last day. For the Wicker Man buff. I'm trying to get level 80. Okay, I don't have time to run away from fires.
You only waste my time.
Literally be. Hey, this is fine meme.
My hunger knows no bounds.
That's me today. I'm become Wicker Woman, Wicker Bun. Hopefully not. Man, we've been talking a lot about being on fire today. Even though, for once, I'm not actually on fire here in Florida. The weather started to cool off. Speaking of the weather, oh my god. Is there a hurricane coming? Is there another hurricane? I heard it was a Cat 3 last night. Is it coming to me? Do I have to worry about a hurricane? Daggy, why are you taking aggro maybe? Is that what's going on? Here, I'll give you power infusion. Power infusion is fun. I like that button. 356? Huge upgrade. Yeah! Nice. But see, I can be in dragon form if I want. And just heal in a dragon form. It's preference. It's amazing, honestly. I wish that I had this kind of option on Evoker too. But they won't let people do that. Hurricane Raphael. I just came back to WoW after being out since Feb. This warband stuff is confusing me. Like, I understand some reps, but I don't know what all it gives you outside of Delve Gear and shared rep. Well, there's a bunch of reputations that are warband wide, but there's they didn't do it for every single reputation in the game yet. But it's, have you been to the bank yet? Have you checked out the bank? Because the bank now has a warband tab, meaning an account-wide bank, which is pretty freaking great. Holy locked! Holy got locked. Yes, the bank tab. So you bought the bank tab. I actually use an add-on called a Baginator that has a button on the bank tab that says deposit all warband items. So sometimes you'll pick up an item that you can, that's warbound, meaning you can give it to other characters on your account through the bank, warband bank. Put stuff in the warband bank. I mean, the other big thing with the warband that's amazing is, so you remember before, if you're on a plate wearer, like a warrior, and you pick up a cloth armor piece, you wouldn't learn that appearance for your transmog collections. Like, you would need it to drop on a cloth wearer to learn it. Well, now they've changed it, so you will learn it. If you're on a, like, you'll learn it for your warband. So even if you're a warrior and a cloth item drops, you'll learn that appearance. And, like, for example, here is a two-hand mace that dropped. I'm on a priest, which can't use two-hand mace, but I can click use on the item. This appearance will be added to your collection and it will become warbound till equipped. Now I've learned the appearance of that mace. And now it's warbound till equipped, meaning I can put it in my warband account-wide bank. If I have another character that might want to use it. It's pretty great and amazing. Wow, this dungeon is fast.
My demise accomplishes nothing. The Master will have you. You will drown in your own blood.
I have slow reflexes on priests because I'm not familiar with it.
Visions of a radiant song all across Azeroth.
People are experiencing visions of a radiant song all across Azeroth.
People are experiencing
We have
visions.
reason to believe it's a warning of some kind.
Did anyone get lucky with a mount?
Perhaps Azeroth's speaker can shed some light on what this warning might mean.
Yeah, lots of amazing QOL things. The warband feature is probably the main reason why I got, like, I was able to stick with WoW this time. Because I've come back a few times over the years, but almost every time I end up getting really frustrated because I'm an altaholic. Like, I'm obsessed with having a million alts. That's just, it might be ADHD, it might just be like, I'm fascinated with all the different kinds of character and class combinations that are possible. And I like trying new things. But I always got so frustrated with it in the past because I hated having to do everything all over again on every freaking character. Like the renown, having to do it all over again on every character every day. It was horrible. I just hated it. Especially after getting used to being able to play every class easily on Final Fantasy XIV. But now, it's so much better. It's just so much more fun. Now I feel like it's fun to try different classes and jobs. And it's not a burden or anything. I don't know if this matches my character, you know? Let's just go with the tier 2. Let's take the easy way out and go with tier 2, man. Oh yeah. This is super easy to get. Talent points to spend. Attacks from your Shadow Fiend siphon life from enemies. Healing a nearby injured ally. I like that a lot. I'm gonna do that. Light Weaver. Flash heal reduces the cast time of your next heal within 20 seconds by 30%. And increases his healing down by 25% stacks. Yeah! What's the other one? Oh, the cereal. Lightwell. I remember Lightwell from a long time ago. We used to call that the Cheerios. Bowl of Cheerios. Why? Why did we call it that? I do not know. I do not know. I don't know if people still call it that. You can call it the golden honey nut Cheerio bag. Bowl. Anyway. What spec do you like for Priest? Well, I am, it's my first time playing Priest since Vanilla. And so far, I love Holy. I'm not great at it yet. But I do love Holy. And that's really the only one I have spent time on. I haven't spent a lot of time on the other specs yet, so I don't know. But Holy is surprisingly fun. Yeah. It's surprisingly fun. I thought it would be boring. It is not. However, my only concern with Holy that makes me kind of sad and worried is the feeling I have that it might not be good to use an M+ later on. Like, I don't know if there's a limit to the kind of content I can effectively do on Holy, or if it's really not good to use an M+ compared to Discipline. Discipline seems really intimidating to me. Yep. Oh, right, that's true. Violet Envy said it doesn't count for class-specific gear. So if you happen to be running, for example, Tomb of Sargeras, trying to get the appearances, doing it like just an old run for transmogs, if the class-specific item dropped, like a tier set that says class Paladin required and you're not on Paladin, you won't learn it. But I think they're changing that, right? I thought that they would. I thought they said they were changing it, unless I'm crazy.
Stop attacking.
Oh, it does work now. Apparently they did fix it. Yeah, I haven't done, that's great. Hooray! I've always been back and forth. I've played since BC, around the release of Black Temple. For like last 4 months I've done Savage Prog 14. But I'm such a raider that I'm getting turned off. That I pretty much can't play the game outside of static times unless I want to keep leveling jobs. Yeah, that's been my issue too. Only I've chosen to not do savage raiding this time around. I got a little burnout from raiding and I didn't want to raid. And that showed me just, I hate to say it, but just how little there is to do at endgame that's like mid-core. Outside of for like gearing up for raids. Like what if I don't want to do that? You can level jobs, but primary leveling method is through spamming roulettes, and I'm not crazy about the modern dungeon design. I like the boss fights, but the trash is just kind of uninteresting for me. So we're just kind of waiting on new content at the moment. Trash? I mean, you know, packs of mobs that you fight between bosses. That's what I mean. I've gotten more used to doing the dungeons in WoW, and I definitely feel more engaged doing dungeons here, even leveling dungeons, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. Like you just saw earlier, I'm spamming leveling dungeons and it's pretty chill, but there's all kinds of crazy things that can happen randomly. I don't feel like I can just face roll all the time while I'm leveling. I need to have some idea what's going on and what my spells are, and I'm not just spamming one button either. Disc is fun, but can be a bit frustrating. How so?
Stun incoming.
Ah. Zep, have you played Worgen? I haven't. No, I haven't. Yay. I wish that Worgen also had the option to play in their human form instead of Worgen form. But I guess for them it makes less sense than with the dragons. Because I think the visage, the dragon's visage is like, it's a type of magic they use to appear different. And they're very magical race, and Worgen are kind of not so much that. Okay. With the Worgen, yeah, it's a curse. It is a curse. So for them, it's not. Yeah. Why don't you just play a human? If you, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Man, they've come a long way with those Worgen appearances, though. Damn. The Worgen looks so good today compared to when it first released. That was an example of Blizzard really, really listening to the players. I was so proud of them when Worgen got the graphics update. Like, damn. They actually listened. I do wish Worgen could have tails, though. That's my biggest complaint. You should have a tail. You should be able to grow a tail. Like, the curse should come with some benefit, like that. Just finished another section of a shared fate log. I've done that for 2 expansions in a row, and I do not want to do it. I really do not want to do it. I did it 2 times. Farming fates. I need a break. I need a break from that. I would bet anything that our relic journey that we're going to be doing later on is going to involve spamming fates.
What is this?
We'll see, but
You must forgive me, but I was not expecting company. As you can see, we are somewhat preoccupied right now. But no matter, as I am a gracious host, I will tend to you.
Oh, he has a great VA. Oh my god. How have I never heard that before? I don't know. He has a very nice voice. Ethereals are so cool.
I have longed for a good adventure.
I almost don't want to kill him.
I have such fascinating things to show you.
Ow.
I hope you enjoyed your time living in the past. We need you back in the present.
What? 415 eye level staff. Yes! Oh wow, it looks cool as well. Level 70. See how quick that was? Literally 2 dungeons. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous XP. It's like 5 minutes for 10 levels. 5-10 minutes maybe. Okay. I've just... You sneeze at the game and you will be leveling. The orc upgrade was awesome too. Yeah, orcs also ate really good in the graphics update. Yeah. Okay. Let's teleport out of the dungeon. Doing Legion campaign is taking a lot longer. What? Why? Which, you mean like the main story campaign for Legion? Okay, let me sell some things. Don't need that. Or that. I have more talent points. Do I even need Vampiric Embrace? Probably. Your Holy Fire critical strikes reduce your target's movement speed. Reduces the cooldown of Vampiric Embrace by 30 seconds and increases healing done. I probably should be using it more. Increases healing by 10% on friendly targets at or below 50% health. Yay! Okay. This is like clutch heals. That's the class fantasy. You ready? I need 1 mo for my quest. And it's gonna give me 10 tokens. 10 celebration tokens for the 5 BC dungeon quests. Yep. Okay, ready? Blood furnace.
See you soon. No, be good.
Be good. What is this death metal knight that's in the Darkmoon Fair? Whoa. What is that about? Who is leveling? Who just leveled? I am starting this at level 70. The Death Metal Knight is for an achievement. Well, what do I get for the achievement? What kind of achievement? Thought about Undead, but wound up going Nightborn. Don't regret. I love the Nightborn aesthetic. Like, Suramar is incredible. Do they still... You didn't have to do the Suramar campaign anymore. Yeah, I don't think they make you do that anymore. But have you done it? Have you gone back to do, like, Suramar's story? I don't know how much story there is involved now in unlocking it. Because when I did it, there was a lot of shit I had to do to unlock the allied race. I'm glad they made it much easier for people to play the race that they want, including allied races. That was such a smart decision. There's no need for them to make it as complicated and as hard as it was. Like, if people have a race that they love, they should be able to hop in and do that very quickly. I know that a lot of people have stuck with the game longer or got invested in the game faster because they had something they really loved available to them without a huge pain in the ass. Like, Void Elves are super popular. Don't die. Don't die. Do I want to... I probably want to put Vampiric Embrace, like... Maybe there's certain abilities that I can just keybind, like, macro together. I don't know. Could do it every other Shadow Fiend. Nightborn stiff animations are the only problem. Totally agree with that take. Yes. The running animation took me so long to get over it. Running animation for Nightborn is just... It feels so stiff. Should I make a Mechanome DK? If you make a Mechanome DK, you will be the only Mechanome DK to have ever lived. Well, live is a stretch because you're a DK, but you know what I'm saying. Maybe not live, but so die, unlive. There's none. Like, you'll be the only player of that race and class. I think it's a very cool idea. Like, actually, I love the concept. Okay. Zepla, my dog stinks. How much should I sell for? What? Better not. Better not sell, dog, because stinky dog. Hey. No, no. Dog need love and baths. Suramar isn't time gated anymore. That's good. Hey. I think Mechanome Death Knight is a badass idea though, because it's like your body died, but you're being reanimated by the machine. It's like the machine is really what controls you now, because your real human, like, gnome form was dead, and now it's like fully robotic, and that's why you have no mercy and like no compassion for what you're doing, because it's not even you anymore. It's the AI and the circuits that's pretending to be you. That is a cool idea. Like, the idea from a roleplay standpoint is cool. However, You would have to play Mechanome for it. Oh. Undead is cool idea. No mercy. Yeah. No mercy. I think Mechanome Warlock. I have seen some Mechanome Warlocks that look straight up terrifying. With Mechanomes, you're either gonna look terrifying or goofy, and there's no in between. I'm sorry. There's no in between. No. Stop! You're gonna make me want to create a new alt. I love making alts. I've just accepted it. I've just embraced it at this point. Look at it this way, right? More alts you have, the more chances you have to get rare mounts. You can park several alts outside of Kara, and every week you got like 20 chances at a fucking mount that you want. Go park yourself outside of a Tempest Keep or whatever. Log in for that. Yeah, they don't make it so painful anymore. For Evoker, do you have to be in dragon form? Or can you just be human? You have to be in dragon form whenever you're fighting. It won't let you just be in your humanoid elf form. For Evoker, no. Sag. They said that with Evoker, it's that your spells are... They're too much tied into your dragon body. And I've seen people in the forums discuss this. And I have seen Drakthir players on the forums saying things like, good. I mean, if you... They shouldn't even be letting Drakthir get out of dragon form for the other classes. You should be, if you're gonna play a Drakthir, you need to be in the dragon form at all the times. I could not disagree with this more. You should be able to look how you want. Hell, I think that they should, Oh no, don't die. Careful. Do I really need to put Shadow Word Pain on every single enemy that I fight? Like, if there's a pack of mobs, is that an efficient and smart thing to do? We need to kill the summoners.
Ignorant whelps!
What?
He'll kill us all!
Why was that so loud? What in the world? My ears. What in the world was that? Whew. Scared me.
Who dares interrupt? What is this? What have you done? You'll ruin everything! Your friends will soon be joining you.
What just happened? What the fuck just happened? Oh! I'm sorry, what?
Closer.
We can do this.
Come closer and burn! Closer. Come closer and burn!
Okay. Well, that was pretty insane. What just happened? Debuff makes you take tons of extra damage unless it's dispelled. Oh. Okay. I didn't know that. Thank you. That was very scary. How's the priest going? Really well. I mean, I managed to heal that, so no clue. You're gonna make a Drakthir next for Mage Class Hall campaign. I think it's a good idea.
The future of Azeroth needs you to protect it, hero.
What? Yes, and? I like the idea of Drakthir Mage a lot because it makes sense to me. Drakthir are a very magical race with the Evoker history, and you would think that being free and being set out on the world, the Drakthir would want to learn as much as they could and read as much as they could and absorb as much information as possible about the magic and history and stuff about that people have. Okay. Out in the world outside of Dragon Isles, like they would be really curious about all that stuff. And so, Mage makes a lot of sense to me for Drakthir.
Take care of yourself out there.
What does that mean? What is going on? Is she kidnapping me? She did. She kidnapped me. You're needed in the present. Oh my god, she did.
Preparations.
No! I don't want to go to Shadowlands.
White maiden tell you the grim fate that
No.
has befallen our allies.
No, no, no. I just want to turn in my time walking quests. I have been Phantom Weaseled. Yes! I did. Where do I turn this in to? Burning Path Through Time. In Shattrath, right? I think. I could turn. Shadowlands is legit good. It is, but I don't want to do it right this second. Champion. The wounds. Okie dokie.
Hello. Good luck, friend. Farewell.
Nice.
What's happening? See you soon. Watch your back.
Black Temple. Okay. Time is it? We could do a lot of stuff. Do you guys want to do another time walking? Because I'm level 71. Wait, doesn't that mean I have hero talents? Yes! What is this? Okay, so there's Oracle. Gain insight into the future and use it to protect and empower their allies. The Future Sight grants Oracle's ability to bestow unique blessings and benefits upon their allies before they even know they're needed. Premonition. Your next single target healing spell grants your target a shield that absorbs damage. Okay, let's try that. Next, heal or prayer of healing to be instant and cost less mana. Okay. That sounds really good. Damage dealt by Smite, Holy Fire, and Holy Nova increased by 25%. Okay. Wow, cool. But don't you think it's like not on my eyes? It's on the, it's on the edge of my eyes. It looks kind of goofy. On the Dracthyr it fits, but on my Visage form, Blizzard, test your shit. It's a little wide. Test your shit, Blizzard. It's bugged. What's new? Right. What else is new? Jesus. Okay. It fits on my dragon. Perfectly. Looks great. But they'd have to code it differently. Eye roll. What if I think I should wait to open the timely goodie bag till I'm level 80. Right? Or will I get another quest at level 80? Bunderbog. Blizz confirmed they use AI tools to rescale helms across races. It's probably a QA thing. Been happening to a lot of helms lately. Yeah, it's scuffed. But what, you know, it is what it is. I mean, how often am I even going to be looking at it? I mean, it would have been so cool. It's lame. But I did see that the helm for Volpera Monk Tier 2, like, it had been busted before, and they did fix that last week. So they are actually going through and making changes, thankfully. That's how they do it. They just release it, and then players complain, and they fix what people complain about. Zepla, how can I join the EU guild? Oh, it's easy. All you have to do is, well, are you Alliance or Horde? If you're Alliance, go to the guild finder and type in only buns, and you can click apply right there, and we will get you in that way. If you are on NA, it's the same thing. If you're on Horde, you need to join the community first and ask for an invite in the community chat, or you can join our Discord and ask for an invite in our WoW channels in the Discord. Just let us know your region, your character name, and your server, and we will send you an invite. For NA, we are soon gonna have to make the second guild, the alt guild, to fit all our alts in the guild, because we are actually coming up against the 1,000 player mark. I can't believe this. The guild has been popping off and doing amazing. I will say we do have a rule that if you're inactive for 2 months, you will get a kick unless you let us know you're going to be inactive. But if you get kicked for inactivity, it's not a big deal. You can just reapply, and we'll get you back into the guild. We're forced to do this because we can only have 1,000 players in the guild at a time. But that's how we just we try to keep as much space as possible for people actively playing. 1,000. Yeah. I'm gonna have to make the alt guild as soon as I can. Tomorrow we're doing Heroic Frog for the first time on EU at 2 p.m. CST. So if today were tomorrow, we'd be starting the Heroic Frog for EU an hour ago. About. And that'll be my first time in Heroic Nerubar. Well, I have killed one Heroic boss, but it'll be my first time like actually trying to prog in there. I'm really looking forward to it. Yes, I will be streaming it. We'll have some more experienced buns in the raid, but I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to like study or how much I need to study before tomorrow. I'll try to educate myself on what's different compared to normal mode. But I think it's gonna be really fun to... Yep. Okay. I wanted to ask y'all if you have any requests for videos for the World of Warcraft channel. Any ideas or requests? I haven't had a lot of time to think about that this week because we've been busy with the Dawn Trail video that we're working on. But is there any video for WoW you would like any type of, like maybe a guide or opinions from me, maybe a top 10er? I thought I would ask y'all because I'm gonna be working on that today after the stream ends. Can't join this week. Oh no, maybe next time. There's no way we're gonna clear all the bosses tomorrow. We'll just see how far we can get. Zone tier list. Like for the whole entire game? You think a tier list video? I don't know if yeah, we haven't done, I rarely do those, but that could be fun to do. Yeah, I would consider it. Okay. Oh. Reasons for or not 14 players like me to try WoW. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. I feel like that might be a good idea for the main channel actually. Because really Zepla HQ, it's focused on FF14, but I've made some FF14 WoW comparison videos on that channel before. And it would be a good it would be a good way to let people on the main channel know that I have the other channel about World of Warcraft. Get the word out. But I can't do that right now because the next video on the main channel is Dawn Trail video. So that's not gonna be soon. It's a good idea though. I'll watch it regardless because I love your dumb jokes and oh well thank you so much. I'm glad. We do have a lot of fun making every video and I enjoy making dumb jokes in videos. It's the simple things in life. Making everybody cringe in videos. That's half of what I do. You know I love puns. When's the next expansion coming? Oh, for WoW? For Final Fantasy? For WoW? We actually don't know because they said they're gonna move up the content release schedule and be releasing stuff way more often and faster. So I expect it will be much sooner than usual with the next expansion. They really have been churning out content like I have never seen though in WoW. With The War Within, they are just constantly releasing stuff. I mean, I'm glad. It's great. But it's been different. It definitely feels like something different is going on with their philosophy of the content cadence. Top favorite quest lines. I think I need to do a bunch of quest lines before that. I really would like to spend maybe a couple days doing all the War Within side quests. I haven't done those at all. And everybody's talking about how great they are. And there's like hair in your side quest, man. I want to do that. Especially now I have the voiceover add-on that's gonna read out all the quests for me.
We fight to the death.
I am hungry. My stomach's a growling. Hey Buns, have you heard any updates about Hurricane Raphael?
Obey me.
Is there any bun watching who can like check? Because this thing has been all over the place and I wonder if it is coming to my house. Every time I check the news, they say it is going to a different place. So I do not know what to believe at this point. Every time I check, it's like a different strength and it's going somewhere else, so I'm very confused. Yeah, is it... Anybody have decent updated info about this this hurricane that's coming? Is it coming to Florida Panhandle? At all? Any ideas? That's what I think, Pixel Res. Maybe it's Metzen doing Metzen things. I wonder what exactly he's up to. You can bring 30 people into Heroic, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if there's spots open still or not. I haven't actually set up the raid yet. But you can sign up. Sometimes we will do multiple runs. Like we'll have an officer or somebody else lead a second raid or a third raid if we have over 30 signups, which does happen almost all the time. There's some cases where we've had to set up 3 or 4 raids going concurrently because we had so many signups, but that's usually for that is usually for, what do you call it? Normal raids. That's who we tend to get most signups for. So I actually don't even know how many people sign up for Heroic. But I'm going to sign off here today. I am super hungry and I want to take care of some stuff before our big Heroic raid tomorrow. I will be streaming that and I'll be here bright and early to hang out and chat a little bit before we dive into the Heroic raid. So I'll see you tomorrow. Be sure to check out my new video I posted today on the World of Warcraft channel, Zepla's WoW Realm. And if you're curious about the Dawn Trail main story quest feedback video, we are actively working on that hard and we're hoping to have it out before the patch on Tuesday. But if it takes longer than that,
feel free to browse.
We're going to prioritize quality over speed. Like that is what we've been doing. I'm not going to put it out if I think it is not ready. I will literally just wait and have it come out at a bad time than really something that I feel like isn't ready for such an important video. So keep an eye on Zepla HQ for that video. And of course, check out the new WoW channel for the new video I posted on it today about the anniversary event. Everything you need to know about the anniversary event, like how to get these sets like the one my character's wearing super easily, how to level super fast, and just, you know, you hear from me about what I've been doing, what I've been up to in the event. So be sure to check that out. The channel is growing, and so everybody that watches the channel right now or subs or likes to it, you are helping me a lot with the algorithm. Like, letting the algorithm know that that channel is new and like it needs nourishment and nurturing to grow and blossom. So thank you all so much for watching that channel. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Bye. I'm gonna go grab some food and I will see you in game. Oh yeah, you can join our guild too. You just search for Only Buns or join our community and ask for an invite there. We are on EU and NA. Doesn't matter which server you're on. Doesn't matter if you're Alliance or Horde. You can join now. So I'll see you later. Bye. Bye.